Please open an Excel sheet. I hope all of you can see my screen. Excel sheet is seen, right?
Yeah,
yes.
It's seen. So my request to the members is rather than only listening, unless you do the hands-on practice. So that will be possible only if you open a Excel file in your laptop or in your computer. So that you can carry out the operation what she is doing, and whenever you have a doubt, you can ask him.
Yes.
Okay?
Sure, this is going. Yes. Yeah, I want all of you to turn your computer, laptop on. If you have not turned it on, I'll just wait for 2 minutes. We'll do it. Okay. Well, so since all of you are aware of this Excel, okay, so just quickly, I'll take 2 minutes to just explain to you what is this. So here you have this menu, file menu. Okay, you have the menus here, insert, page layout, all the commands. These are the important things what we'll be learning in Excel. And this is nothing but your ribbon. This is your ribbon. The second important thing what we see is the formula bar, all the functions, whatever you give, fx. So this is your formula. All what you give, the formula, you can type the formula here. This is your second thing. And this sheet, the worksheet, we call it as a worksheet. It is nothing but the intersection of a row and a column. Like this is your cell. The rectangular highlighted bar is your cell, and the cell is pointing on F6. So towards the top left corner, you can see the name box or the address carrier, which carries the address of your cell. So F6 is the address of this cell. Okay, if I keep the cell pointer here, N5 is the address of your cell. So the rows are represented by numbers and columns are represented by alphabets. So if I want to increase the width of a column, I think you know all this. Just click on this particular column. Which you want to increase the width of a column? If you want to increase the width of multiple columns, just click on D. The D column gets selected. Click and drag the mouse. 4 columns get selected. Either you can double click or click and drag the mouse. In this way, you can increase or reduce the width of this column. Similarly, if you want to increase the width of a row, you can just drag this in this way. You can increase or reduce the width of this row. If you want to select the entire worksheet, you can see just behind this. You can see here, just click on this. When you click, the entire worksheet is selected. If I want to select the column, you just click on the column heading, or if you want to select a row, just click on the row. If you want to select multiple rows, you just select this multiple rows. By default, you have sheet 1. Okay, at times you may be having sheet 3. Okay, what is this? All this is being set at your option, whether you want 1 sheet to be displayed or 3 sheets to be displayed. If I want to insert more sheets, you can just click on this to insert more sheets. Now, I'm going to insert some 6 sheets I've inserted here. Okay, and towards when I right click on this sheet, right click, please text me if I'm going fast. Since this is the beginning portion, I'm going a bit fast since you know all these things are. So here, when I right click on this, you can see insert. If you want to insert a sheet, you can insert a sheet, you can delete a sheet, you can rename a sheet, you can change the name of the sheet, double click or right click and then right click and rename a sheet. Move or copy. Like I have 6 sheets, and among the sheets, I want only this sheets to be moved to a new book or copied to a new book. So what I do here is I'll click on this move or copy. Okay, if I want to move or copy, I'll have to give this option, create a copy. When I click on this create a copy is created and you can move this to a new book or to our existing book. Okay, so in this way, what is the purpose of this? Like you have the salary details for all the 12 months. 12 months salary details you have. So among this 12 months, I wanted to send only this sheet through mail, the salary statement for the month of September. Let me say this is September. So I want to send this salary statement. So when I want to send this through mail, I can just move or copy. I can move it to a new book or to an existing book or wherever you want. So when you give it to a new book, you have to mention create a copy only when you say create a copy, you will have the sheet here as well as a copy is being created to you and a new book. This is book 1, this is book 2, and only that sheet is being copied here. Okay, so what happens here is when you give move or copy, you can move only that particular sheet. Okay, this is view code. Let us discuss all this later on. Now I want to start all the sheets. So when I select, see, since this is my beginning data, what I do here is I want to select all the sheets together. So normally what we do, you just say control, click and drag the mouse. The moment you say, the moment you click here, one sheet is selected. Again, control, click on this, control, click on this, control, click on this. Instead of that, what you do here is you can just right click, select all sheets. The moment I say select all sheets, all the sheets are selected. Now, I have inserted 6 sheets. I want all of you to insert 6 sheets because we are going to work on this data alone. Okay, all what I'm going to type in the first sheet, all the data will automatically be copied to second sheet, third sheet, fourth sheet, fifth, and sixth. So instead of copying the data here and pasting it into the second sheet, again copy the data, paste it in the third sheet, fourth sheet, fifth sheet, and sixth sheet. What I'm doing is right click, select all sheets. The moment I give, all the sheets are selected, and now I'm going to make a sheet now. So I hope all of you are ready. Now we are going to type something. Okay, so you can do along with me. Let me type, this is an employee payroll details. I'll just type employee payroll details. Employee payroll details. You can just type along with me. Employee payroll details. Employee payroll details I have typed here. Press enter key. The moment you press enter key, I've got the data here. Now in the next cell A2, I'm going to give employee ID. Employee ID, EMP ID I'll give. EMP ID, tab key. Then I'll give employee name, tab key. Designation, DESIGNATION, designation. Salary, I'm going to give salary, tab key, DA, tab key, TA, HRA. Okay, then let us say I have salary, DA, TA, HRA. Then I have loan, PF. Then let me say tax if you want, you can give. Then the gross salary, the net salary. Okay, I have this many columns with me. So I want all of you to type this heading. Employee name I have, employee designation, employee name, designation, salary. If I want to do any editing in this, just click on this and edit. DA, TA, HRA, loan, PF, tax, gross, and net salary. I have typed all this here. Am I going fast? Please text in the chat window if I'm going fast.
No, ma'am, no.
Okay, thank you, sir. So once you have done, I'll just wait for 1 minute. Once it is done.
Madam, after loan, what is that? PF, tax, then?
I have given employee ID, name, designation, salary, DA, TA, HRA, loan, PF, tax, gross salary. This is your gross salary.
Gross salary, GROSS. Okay, yeah.
Gross salary and net salary. This is my net salary. These many columns I have.
Net salary. Thank you, madam.
Also,
Net salary. Okay, so once you have done, let me say I have to enter this employee ID. I'm going to work on a small data, and the salary also I will be working on a 3-digit or a 4-digit salary just to see the values. Okay, and then we'll work on the big data. Okay, so first we'll just work on the small data and small salary of 3-digit or 4-digit. Now I want to fill this employee ID. So there are different ways of filling. Let me say you have some code. Okay, like let me say I have 10001 is the employee ID. So I have some 10,000 records. So if I want to fill 10,000 records, I cannot type like this. Instead of typing this 1001, 1002, what you do is you have to type only the first one and the second one. I've just typed these two. Select. I'll tell you the different ways of selection, because most of us, we make mistake by this thing. You can see this plus symbol, the white plus symbol, the doctor symbol, plus symbol. This is only for selection. You need to just select. This symbol is for selection. The moment I select this, go to home menu. I'll just give some highlight. I want to give some fill color. When you click on the small arrow, you can just give a color. Whatever color you want, you can give the highlight color. This is your highlight color. As I'm doing the sheet, I'll explain the formats also. Now, I want the text color. Text color is, again, I can give some text color and you can apply bold. You can give some color. You can just give the size of this. And now I want this employee payroll details to be in center. But if I take up this center, this will be within the cell. Within A1, this text will be in center. But I want this text to be in center from A1 to L1. You have an option here, merge and center. The moment I give merge and center, the data, all what you have is being merged. These lines, vertical lines is combined and it is now in one cell from here. Next up, if I want to apply the same effect, I want to give the same color and the same text color. I've given bold, size, all this for the heading. So what I do is, rather than doing it again, rather than selecting the heading and applying all the formats, I will click on this format painter, click and drag the mouse. The same effect, this is merge cells. I'm sorry. So now, if I want to apply, before merging cells, you could have done it. Okay. So now, if I want to give the same effect or a different effect, you can always go, let me give a small change in this. I'll give some other color for the text color. I have this text color. And if you want bold, you can give. And if you want to increase the size, you can increase the size. Designation, the spelling was wrong. D-E-S-I-G-N-A-T-I-O-N. Now, this is selection. So I hope you understood what is the purpose of this symbol. This plus symbol is just for selection. Second thing is, I have, let me type a word, welcome. So when I select, this is just for selection. This symbol is just selection. When I move the cursor to this corner, you get a cross wire. Just click and drag the mouse. This is copying. This symbol is copying. The third one you have is, when you move the cursor on the corners of this line, you have this move symbol. This is to move from one place to another place. So these three things you should know. This symbol is for moving. The other one is for copying. The other one is, the second one is, this is for selection. So these three things you should know. Well, I hope all of you know that, but at times we get confused. Now, I want to fill this 1001, 1002. I want to fill this with this. Let me take up some 20 data. So what I do here is, I'll select only these two values. I'll select only these two. And you can see a small dot, black dot here. Move the cursor, you can see a cross wire. Just click and drag the mouse. Automatically, you can see this data is being filled. 1001, 1002, up to 10015, you have filled. Okay. So in the same way, for example, let me say you have, let me tell you in another way, 10001 is my data I have selected this. I can also go to this home menu. In the home menu, you have this fill option here. When you click on this fill option, here you can see series. When I click on the series, here you want to fill. It is a linear by default. step value. Step value is 1. Next time I want 1002, 1003, 4. Step value is 1. If you want to stop at some value, you can give the stop value, or it just stops till your selection. I have selected till 17, so it stops here. When I say OK, automatically the data is filled. So this way also you can fill the data. Okay, I'll repeat once again. If you have still doubts, just select this data, go to this home menu. In the home menu, you have this fill, under fill, click on series, and then step value, and then OK. This is another way of filling the data. Like, next is employee name. So now you can see, I just typed this. I have just typed some name. You can give, I've just typed some name here. And now you can see the moment I drag, I get some names automatically. How is this done? See, I just gave some name. Okay. But if you are doing it, you will not get it. Okay. I've just done it like, let me say I have given Ria. The moment I gave Ria, drag this down, automatically I got Ria. Okay. So when I gave something else, Deepak, I have given Deepak. And when I drag this down, again, you can see I'm getting a different names. So what is happening here? I have given a custom list. I have already stored these names. And each time I want the names, I can type any one of the name. Need not be the first name. It can be any one among this list. The moment I give that, automatically, see, I have stored some 5-6 names. We'll see how to do this in our later stage. Now you can get this. I've got this name. So if you want to fill it, you can just fill some names. Randomly just give some 10-15 names. Next thing is designation. So here again, let me say I have given officer. And now if I drag this officer down, automatically I'll get different datas, different designation. How is this done? This is again, I have stored it in a custom list. I hope all of you must be very eager to know how to do this. So to do this, if you want, like, if you have a set of data, like, let me see, the designations are in a company, in your company, these are the designations. Like you have chief manager, then you have senior manager, then you have manager, then senior officer, then officer. I'll just give you designations. Officer, then let me see, I have clerk. Okay, so let me see, these are the designations I want. So I can either type the designation here, I have the designation here separately, or you can type in the list itself. So how to do this, how to get this? So you have to go to File. Under File, you have More. Under More, click on Options. When you click on Options, you can see Advanced. Click on Advanced. When you scroll down, you can see, scroll down to see Edit Custom List. Here you can see Edit Custom List. I'll repeat once again. Go to File, Options, Advanced. Under Advanced, scroll down to see Edit Custom List. The moment I give this Edit Custom List, I have already stored all these names. So that is how I got it. Like, you can either select, since this selection is done, here you can see the data N2 to N8. The data is selected, and the moment I say import, this data will be imported here. Automatically, it will be added here. In this way, you can do, or if you want to give a new entry, click on New Entry, click here. Whatever you want, you can give. You can give your name. Let me say, I'll give some AAA, enter key, BBB, some names I'm giving, CCC. I have just given some names and I'm going to add this. Either you can add it in this way, click on New List, type the entry, add you can give. This list will be added here. Each time I type any one of these values and drag down, automatically I get this series. See, I have set all these series like this. Okay. So, or you can type the designation here and select this. Automatically, this is being selected. You have to click on import. The moment I give import, this designation is getting added here. And whenever I type any one of this designation, you will get it in this order. Like,
Okay,
if
madam, I have
say-
one question on this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, whether this list will be applicable only for that Excel file or it will be universally applicable in all the Excel files?
Sir, it is there in all the Excel files, sir. Because
So-
I have done it in the Excel. I'm doing it for the advanced, sir. It is applicable for all the Excel, sir.
So that means once I make this list, this
Yes,
will
sir.
be applicable in my
Yes.
all Excel files, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
okay. Acha, this the order will also be the same.
Sorry, sir.
The order, suppose the CEO you type as a number 1 and
Yes,
number
sir.
2 is chief manager. Now suppose you have a chief manager first and the CEO as a number 2.
Yes, sir.
So the order will also
Yes,
remain
sir. Yes,
order.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll just, yes, sir. It will be the same order, but if I have only this many designations. I have only this many designation. And if you have some 2000 records, the order will be same. Again, it will be the same thing will be repeated. Again, CEO, chief manager, senior manager, you get it in this.
And but in case I'm starting from manager then?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In the same order, you will get, sir. Manager, if I give, from the manager, whatever you have. From the manager.
Then it will again repeat from the CEO after the
Yes,
clerk.
yes.
Huh? Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes,
okay,
sir. It will
clear.
repeat again after the same thing. Okay, it is all depending upon how many designation you give this.
Okay.
Okay, so I can just drag it for my. I want to do. I want to make this because this is in the either you can save your name also in the same way. You can give this designation also in the same way. Next up, let me talk about the salary. Salary again.
Actually,
Yes,
ma'am, there is a
any-
question.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Ma'am, how we have categorized that the CEO, chief manager, this will come in designation only. If we write this in employee name, will it come?
It will come.
If you
In the
Ma'am,
employee
if-
name also, suppose I put the CEO and then drag it, the same thing will happen. Correct?
Yes, sir. This is my heading, just my heading. I have given, see, computer. See, if I drag it here, see, it will not check whether it is CE, whether it is designation or employee name. It is just like, whatever we give, whatever input we give, the same input it will take. Okay.
Can you once again explain this?
Yes, sir. Please. Yes, sir. Sure, sir. I'll do it.
Only in the option, no advance. Go to advance, then afterwards.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
How to create the
Okay.
list? How to create the list?
Yeah, surely. We'll create one new list, sir. We'll do it. So go to file. Go to file.
All go to
More.
file, then more than options.
More options. Under options, advanced.
Yes.
Advanced. Under advanced, just click and drag the mouse. Drag the mouse. You can see edit custom lists. You can see edit custom list. Click on this and you can do it in 2 ways. I said, if you have the designation here, if you already have the designation here, keep the cell pointer here, select all this. So it is locked. I'll tell you what is this locking. And you can simply say import. That's it. Import. The moment you say import, this is being added. I already have it, so I'm not doing it again. So import. The moment I give import, this will be added into this list. This is one way of doing. The second way of doing is click on new entry. If you don't have the sheet here, if you don't have the data here, click on the new sheet, click here and start typing. What is this? What are the days you want? Like, for example, let me say I have all the criteria here. Let me give some name. I'll give something like computer. I'll just give, this is my list. Enter key, monitor. You can do your designations, sir. Designation and names you can do. Monitor, speaker. I'm just giving this mouse, keyboard, because I don't have this list as such. Keyboard. Okay, this is it. So this many things I have given. The moment I say add, it is getting added here. That's it. Finished. And then say okay. And now again, okay. And now you hear, if I'm typing anything, neither speaker nor the computer, whatever may be the order. Okay, speaker I have given, drag this down, automatically you get, again, once monitor is getting ended, again speaker, monitor, mouse, keyboard, computer, all these things. Again, you drag this down, automatically you get this.
Good.
Yes, sir. Is it clear, sir?
Yes, clear.
Okay. So you
We
asked
can
me,
form,
sir, like,
we can make a list for Nifty 50 stocks, and then that Nifty 50 list we can we can use anywhere for our all
Yes,
the
sir.
calculations.
yes,
Nifty
sir.
50 or maybe Nifty 500, but like those lists you can make, and then then you can use anywhere
Sir,
for
yes,
all
sir.
our the stock operations. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah, good.
So it is going to be, it is like, this is Excel with stock marketing in between both. So it will be a really, you'll be learning both in this way.
Hello.
Really. Yes, sir. Sir, regarding employee name, some question was asked. Can you repeat the question, sir? Regarding employee name, this is what you asked, right? In this employee name, if I give designation, that is what you asked me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I proceed, sir? Now.
Excuse me, madam, one question, please.
Yes, sir.
This after going to advance, I am not getting this menu, edit customs data.
Yes, sir. Sir, can I know your version, sir? Excel version. Okay. Sir, advanced, sir. Advanced. I'll repeat once again. Advanced. When you scroll down, sir. Down, you scroll down. Scroll down. Here you can see web option, enable multi-threading process. Just last, come down, sir, extreme end. You come to the extreme end. Can you see this edit custom list? Extreme end, you should scroll down. Down, and here you can see edit custom lists.
Not there in my laptop also.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I have this.
So if the version is different, you will see this edit custom list somewhere here also, sir. I don't know what is the version of your Excel. Anyway, just note down this, sir. We'll get back to this. Okay. Edit custom list, you have to click and then say okay. You get this and then add and import. Import is if you have a list, you can import it. If you want to add a new entry, you can add a new entry and that. Shall I proceed, sir?
Import. Now I have put import. Now it is coming automatically.
You got it,
No.
sir?
No, it's not coming.
So you need to select this data and import, sir. File, more, options, advanced, under advanced, edit custom list. Sir, the moment I select this, here you can see N2 to N8. This is my data. This data I'm selecting and then say import. See, I'm giving you two ways of doing it. Once, if you already have a list, you want to create, you just select the list here and then say import. But if you don't have a list and you want to type a new list, you need to go to a new list and start typing the new list here. Two ways I'm teaching you. If you have a new list, if you want to type the list one by one, you can type the list and then say add. If you already have a list, select the list. That list will appear here and then say import. Got it, sir?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So next, let me say salary. Okay, if I want to type some salary, see, I want to type 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. As I said, I'm going to use a small salary I'm using. Okay. So let me change this. This is nothing to do with this one. Designation is CEO. I'll give. And then I'll drag this. I have something like this. See, I already have chief manager here. Simply if I type C, automatically C is chief manager and clerk you have. So CH, I'll type another alphabet, automatically chief manager will come there. Again, I have clerk. CL, if I type clerk, you will automatically get clerk. I'll tell you how to do by using drop down also. Next up, let me slowly use a calculation to calculate the salary, or let me finish this and come back to the salary. I'll just give a small salary here. I'm just giving 20,000 here. Okay. And then some 18,000. So instead of doing this, I have to fill this. So I'll use some small formula to fill this. I'm filling the random value. I'm not seeing the designation, please. I'm not seeing the designation. Just I want to fill this data quickly. So I'm using a function called rand between function. I have a function called rand between. So when how did I do that? Just equals you give rand, R-A-N-D, rand between. Just double click on this, you get the formula. I want the salary to be somewhere around, let the salary start around 8,000, 8,000, comma, 20,000. I'm just giving, I want to fill this random value I want to fill. So I have just given equals rand between my minimum salary is 8,000 and 20,000. Enter key. Randomly, I got a value. And double click, you will get some random values here. I just wanted to fill the data, so I've used this function. I'll repeat. This is one way of doing. First, you have to type the salary, then drag it. Second way of doing it is, I can do it quickly. I want to fill this column. This is now done between, under rand between bottom, comma, top. Means the lowest salary I'm giving, comma, the highest salary I'm giving, 12,000. Then, if I want to fill all this, instead of when you press enter key, only one way, only one salary. You can fill only one salary. If I give control enter, automatically all the salary is done for you. But this salary is again a formula. So it keeps changing. Randomly, the values keep changing. If I enter again, the values will change. So what you have to do is you have to select this and then you can go to copy. Copy and paste this as a formula value. When I paste this as a value, no more it is a formula, it is a fixed value here. So let me say this is the salary. I've just calculated some salary, some random salary I've given because I want to do all this calculation. So I've done this formula. Now this is the salary. Okay, it is not necessary that I'm not seeing the designation and giving the salary here. Just like that I have given. We'll just calculate this also after this calculation. Now I want to find out DA. Now I'm going into a small calculation. So here DA is, let me say I have given some percentage. Any calculation you do in Excel, all of us know, either you can start with the plus symbol or you can start with the equal symbol. Only then Excel understands it's a calculation. So I'm starting with the equal symbol or a plus symbol. 2% of salary. How do I calculate DA? 2% of salary. So 2% into, I've put one multiplication symbol and click on salary. 2% into salary, enter key. So DA is done for me. Double click on this. All the DA is calculated within a fraction of a second. I'll repeat once again. TA. TA is 3% of salary. So instead of doing it like this, instead of doing equals 3% into salary, enter key, and then double click on this. Automatically 3% of salary is your TA. Let me say HRE. Instead of doing it and then double clicking, I'll just select this data equals, let me say HRE is 5% into salary. 5% into salary. Now I will use control enter. The moment I give control enter, you can again reduce one step here. So what is that I was doing earlier? Earlier I did this for one cell and then double click or drag it. Now what I did, let me say loan. Loan is some 8%. So instead of giving 8% into salary, enter key, and then you may drag it. How long you can drag? So it is not possible. If you have some 1,000, 10,000 records, just double click on this. Automatically your calculation is done. So in this way, you have to do 2 steps. Otherwise, just you will be using your this one. You will be selecting this cell, and then once you select this cell, equals, let me say PF is 9% of salary. 9% into salary. Now, if you press enter key, only one PF will be calculated, only for the first employee. Instead, control enter. Automatically the PF for all the employees is done. Let me say I want to calculate tax equals 10% into salary you can give, enter key, then double click. This way you can do. Or the next method is just do the selection equals 12% into salary, control enter. So your tax is also done. I have just randomly given some percentage. So when you want to see the formula, you can see 2% of salary, 2% of this. And whenever I change the salary, let me see, the salary is 12,000. Automatically, you can see all the data is changed here. Let me say I'm increasing the salary here. Let me say the salary is 18,000. The moment I give 18,000, all DA, TA, because this value is depending on all. This DA is depending on salary, HRA, TA, loan, PF, tax, all this is being done. So now I have done an employee payroll details. If I want to calculate the gross salary, you're going to do the addition of all this. So there again, you can do two ways, equals salary plus DA plus HRA. You can go on adding all this. So if I have multiple columns, it is practically not possible. So instead of doing it like this, instead of adding one by one, you can also do it in this way. You have the summation here, sum. When I take up sum, you can just select from where to where. Only this sum you want to find out. So sum of only this. So keep the cell pointer here. You want to find the sum of this. Or you can also type here sum, open the bracket. You can say number 1, 2, 3, or just click and drag the mouse in this way from here to here. So D3 to G3, from D3 till G3, enter key. When I drag this, what happens? When I drag this down, what is happening here? D4 to G4, it is taking the next set of value. When I drag this again, down, you can see here it is taking the next value. Here it is taking the next value. So what is happening here is each time the range keeps changing. Why I'm explaining this is next step, I'm going to teach you about the locking of cells. Okay. Absolute cell reference and cell reference I'm going to teach you. So here D3 to G3. So from here to here, next cell, it is from this value. The next cell is this. So here I got the gross salary. If I want to calculate the net salary, equals gross salary minus loan minus PF minus tax is your net salary. Net salary is done. Double click on this. Net salary is automatically calculated. So we have this employee payroll details done by using the formula. Any changes you do in the salary, all this will be affected because all this data is being based on the salary with some percentage. Any doubts you have as of now, sir, madam?
Okay, ma'am. No issue.
If I'm going fast, please tell me. You want me to reduce the speed? Because this is all general basics of Excel, so I was going a bit fast. You want me to
It's okay,
reduce?
ma'am. Speed is okay.
Speed is okay.
Very nicely you are explaining, ma'am.
Thank you so much, madam. Okay. And if I please tell me if I'm going fast.
Which minimum Excel version is required for this? Because I don't get this some of the advanced options.
Sir, any Excel version you will do it,
I
sir.
have, I think, 2007.
No problem, sir.
Some
You
of
can
the
do it.
Things are not supporting this.
No, sir. No, sir. You can do it, sir. This is just a mere simple calculation.
No,
Sir.
these are all
Please.
okay. The one what you were saying, the designations and name, no, when it picking up, my version is not supporting that. Okay, doesn't matter.
That is advanced ocean, advanced edit custom list, sir.
Yeah, only this is the one which is not supporting in my.
Okay.
That
Fine,
doesn't
fine,
matter.
fine.
No issue. I
Okay.
understood.
Okay.
Madam, can you show me this designation once more?
Sure, sir. There are lots of other many things are hidden inside this Excel. Okay, like we know Excel. All of us know Excel, but there are I will show you by the end of this session. I'll show you what and all we can do in Excel. All the works what we can do in advanced level in our next workshop. I'll just give you just an idea about all that because I don't think so we can cover all this in this session, but maximum I will cover. You want me to repeat this designation? Sir, 5.
Even I think even in 2007 also the custom list can be made. It is not necessary that it has to be an advanced version, advanced Excel only.
Yes.
Even 2007 also
Yes.
the list can be
Yes,
made.
sir.
Only the
Yes,
formula, the way may be different. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It is there, sir. But edit custom list is in a different way. It is in a different. The position is changed. That's all. But edit custom list can be done in Excel, sir. Advanced 2007, it can be done. You want me to repeat, sir? This one. Go to File, More, Options. Under Options, Advanced. Under Advanced, scroll down, Edit Custom List. So this Edit Custom List may be somewhere here also. You can somewhere in this box, this somewhere here
Sure.
also. Or maybe
Okay.
Edit Custom List. Are you getting this window, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you already have a data here, this data I have selected, so I got this. I will
Okay.
simply say import. But I don't want to do this. I want to do my own data, new list, click here and type what you want to do. Like, let me say, I'll give another set of data. Like, let me say I have department wise, let me take up. So if I take up department, I have HR department, then marketing department, sales department, project. Okay, these are the few departments I have: HR, marketing, sales, project, manufacturing department. Okay, so this is what I have given. I'll simply say add. The moment I give add, this is being added to me here. I'll give okay. Okay. I'll give okay here. And wherever I want to insert a column here. Let me insert a column. Right click, insert a column, type DEPT, department. Under department, I'll just give any department, not necessarily the first department HR. I can give sales also. Sales. The moment I drag this down, automatically you get all the designation department done. Clear, sir?
Okay. Okay, madam. Thank you.
Okay. Now, let me say this year the DA is 2%. Next year it is 2.5%. So if it is 2.5%, what you have to do? Again, you have to go back to this. This is your formula bar. You have to click on this 2.5, enter. Again, double click on this. You have to do this. So again, you have to do this for all the things. So it's not practically, it is not possible. Once you have done the calculation, I cannot do it again. Okay. So now we have done this wonderful sheet. I hope all of you have done this sheet. All of you have done this sheet. Let it be an interactive session, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
There's no point in repeating the same thing again and again. I could see the chat window. Okay. There's no point in repeating same thing again and again is one message. Okay. Okay. Fine. I just happened to see the chat window just now, sir. Okay. Okay. So now if you go to the second sheet, see all this data, whatever you have in all the 6 sheets you have. Can you check all the 6 sheets? That is because since you have right click, select all sheets, all the sheets were selected and you type, you can see in all the sheets, all the data is done now. Now, let me say this first sheet, I have this data. I'll go back to the second sheet. Second sheet, I'll insert a column. I'll insert a row. I have just inserted a row here. Let me insert a row here on top. Let me delete this color, all these things. I'll delete this row here. I don't want the heading. Okay, I don't want the format also. So how to clear the format? I don't want this color, format, bold, italic, all the color. You can always click on this clear formats. The moment I give clear formats, all the formats is gone. Now, what I've done is I've just inserted a row here. And in this row, maybe here in this F1 or F2, wherever it is, F1, I'll just give the percentage. 2.5% I have given. TA I have, here you're getting 2.5%. Here I'll give 3.5. Okay. And 4, whatever my new value, I'll just give 5% and 7%, whatever it is. See, earlier my loan was 8%. Now the loan is, let me say 12. What I'm trying to do here is, see, when I'm giving this value here, This is a number. I'll make it as a number. Normal, data, general. Okay. So if I want to make it as 2.5%, you can give it as 2.5%. Or if you want it as just the value, you can give it and you can change here. So now what I'm doing is I'll delete all this data now. All what I have done, I'll just select and I'll delete this data. These things are same. So I'm just going to delete only this data. Okay. Here what I'm doing is, as I said, like if I want to make it as 2.5 next year, the DA is increased to 2.5 from 2 to 2.5. So what I do is equals, okay, I'll click on this cell. I'll just click on this cell 2.5% into and then salary. The moment I give this 500 rupees is the DA. Double click on this, you get, what happens is you get value here, you get 0 here and all this. See, as I said earlier, when you drag this, when it is going to the next cell, it will take the second data. When it is coming to this cell, it will take the third data. When it is coming to this cell, it will take this data. So here, I have to fix this data. So 2.5% is fixed. See, when I see 2.5% into 20,000, I got 500. But when I drag this, you are getting an error. This is not the value. So what you have to do here is, this value of 2.5 is fixed. 2.5% into 20,000, 2.5% into 6,100, this into this into this. So I have to lock this cell. So how do you lock this cell? You have the functional key F4, or let me tell you here, the cell address is F1. So just before your F, you're going to place this dollar. So $F, when I say the F is locked, that is F column is locked, but I want to lock both. I want to lock the row as well as the column. So if you are giving dollar symbol just before F, only the F column is locked. Next time it will become F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. I don't have any value. I want to lock both the cell. So I'll give $F $1. The moment I give $F $1, this 2.5% is locked. Now you can see 500 is the value. When I drag this, automatically when I keep the cell pointer here, F1 is locked. So 2.5% into this, 2.5% into this, and this is how you get it. I'll repeat once again. Here, if I want 3.5% equals, click on this, enter, and then click on the salary. Okay, so you have to lock the cell. F4 is the functional key, or you can use a dollar symbol just before and after your G. Just remember in this way, before G and after G, you put a dollar symbol. Enter key. The moment I get this, 3.5 it is, 3.5% will make it 3.5%. So 700 is the thing. Double click on that, you are getting this value. So in this way, you can do the rest of the things. Are you getting it? If you're not getting it, you may be wondering what is the use of this. I'll tell you. What is the use of this? When we are able to do it with 2.5 into this, why doing it separately and locking it and all that? I'll tell you. Let me finish this. Click on this 4% into 20,000 and I'm locking this cell just before your H, and after your H, I'm using a dollar symbol. Enter key. And then double click on this, I got the value. You may be wondering, see, when I'm giving it like this also, 12% into 20,000, I'm getting the value. I'm getting the loan. Then what is the purpose of writing the percentage here and using locking the cells? The reason behind this is next year, let me see, the DA is increased to 3.5%. Simply type 3.5%, enter key, automatically your DA is changed. Next year, the DA is increased to 5%. Enter key, automatically your DA is done. Next year, the DA is 7%. Just to make the changes here and the rest of the calculation is done automatically. Now you see, I have given 12% into E4. When I have given 12%, next year, if it is 15%, nothing is happening because I have mentioned 12%. So instead of giving 12%, if I would have selected in this way, equals 15% into salary. But I am going to lock this. So you have to lock this column. Only on freezing this, you can just see enter key. Now, next year, let me say the loan percentage is 17%. Enter key. The loan is automatically calculated. Next year, it is 19%. Automatically, it is done. See, HRA. Next year, HRA is increased to 8%. Automatically, HRA is calculated. Next year, the HRA is increased to 12%. Automatically, HRA is calculated. Similarly, TA. TA is 5%. Automatically, it is done. Are you getting it, sir? Sir, madam, are you getting it? Are you finding it difficult?
Yes, you are ready.
If I'm going fast, please tell me. I'll
No
reduce the
problem,
speed.
madam.
Okay. Is this clear? This is clear? Till now, it is clear?
Yes, madam.
Can you explain, instead of putting the, instead of locking it, one example you showed, no, by putting the formula, everything gets changed. Then the second suggestion you are giving by putting dollar. So if
Yes,
you
sir.
say if at the in the first row, if you put 12%, then 12% you have taken and you have applied in the all the rows. When you change to 14%, everything gets also 14%. No. Is there a difference between locking and putting changing the formula at the top?
Yes, sir. I'll tell you. See, I'll tell you, sir. See, I'm taking this 7%. PF is 7%. I have
Correct.
used 7 equals 7% into cell. I have just used
No, madam. My question is instead of putting 7%, if you put this cell, say J1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. G1. J1. Yes, sir.
J1,
J1.
yes. J1.
Yes,
Then
sir.
you drag it.
Sir, that's what, sir, I'm telling you. When
Yeah.
I take up J1 here,
Yeah.
next cell, it will take J2. But there is nothing in
Okay.
J2. Okay. There is X cell, it will take J3.
Okay. Got it.
So when I'm dragging it here, you will get this as a 0 value error.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
when
Yeah, I got my answer. Thank you. Please go ahead.
yeah, because of that, I
Yes,
gave
yes,
this
yes.
lock this cell. That is the reason we have to lock it. Okay, sir?
Thank you, madam.
Okay, sir. Sir, interaction is appreciated. Please, any doubts, you have to clear it because it's a hands-on training. We are doing it. It's not we are doing it together. So tax again, if you want, again, if you have any confusion, simply I'll just give 12%. I have just given 12% there and then equals. I'll click on this cell and into I'll click on this and then press enter key. On dragging, you'll get an error. So you lock this K1, just give a dollar symbol just before and after. Shortcut key is F4 and double click on this, automatically you get it. So what is the purpose of doing this is next year the tax is 17% or 15%. Just type 15%, enter key, automatically the tax is changed. Next year the tax is 17%. Just type 17, enter key, automatically it is changed. Next year PF is 12%. Enter, automatically it is changed. Next year the loan is 20%. Whatever may be the value, you give the data here and you can see the result here. Got it, sir? Is that clear? Clear? Can I proceed?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Okay. So this is in the second sheet. I have worked on the data. You can always see the formula. Formula will be there. Okay. So you can, this formula is already there. You can just see the formula and you can do it. Now, let me go to the third sheet here. Now, in this third sheet, I don't want to copy paste. So I have already done this. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Your voice is not clear.
So your voice is feeble. Yes, madam. I'm not able to hear you. Yes, madam.
Well, go ahead. No issue.
Okay. So now I have taken the third sheet. We'll work so that you can have this for you, for your reference, you can have. That is why I made 6 sheets. Okay, the first sheet without the formula, just the simple things we did. In the second sheet, we locked and we did. In the third sheet, I have deleted all this data. I don't want this DATA. I have only this many data. Only this data I have. Okay, with this data, we are going to work on simple calculations. Okay, I have just deleted. Just select all this data and press delete. Automatically, the data got deleted. Now, I'm going to teach you as simple calculation. To see this, let me delete this heading also so that you can see the value here itself. Okay, and let me reduce the size also a bit small. Okay, okay. Is it visible, sir?
Yeah,
It's visible. Screen visible. Is it visible?
yeah, visible. There is no issue.
Yeah. Okay.
On laptop it is visible. I don't know about mobile. Laptop is visible.
Okay. Okay. Now, if I want to do the addition of all this, I wanted to find out the total salary of this company. This is XYZ company. I want to find out the total salary of the company. There are different ways of doing. So automatically, all of you are aware of this command, summation. Go to home menu. Under home menu, click on this sum. The moment you give sum, automatically all this data gets selected. Enter key, you got the result. This is what we do, right? So now I'll give you a small shortcut method. Okay, this is the one method. I just copied this heading. I just copied this head salary. I just copied the salary and I pasted here. So what did you do? You just select the data, click on the sum, automatically you get it. That also is the other way. What did I do? Just select the entire data and then click on sum. You get the data. Or you select without selecting the data. You keep the cell pointer here, go to summation and then select the data. In this way also you get. The best, easiest way is a simple alt equals. Just use a shortcut key, alt key and a equal key. Alt key and a equal key. Just to keep the cell pointer here, keep the cell pointer here, alt equals. Enter key. So this alt is you have to keep pressing, long press alt and equals. You have to keep pressing the alt and then press equals. It is not that press alt and leave. Okay. Long press alt and equals is the shortcut key to get the sum. Got it? Alt equals. Enter key. Automatically you get the data. Summation is done. Got it, sir? Shortcut key. Alt equals is a shortcut key. ALT key. ALT key you can see on the keyboard. You can see the alt key on the keyboard. Long press. Keep pressing this alt and press equals. Immediately you press equals. Okay. Now this is to find out the sum. Sum. So all of us know how to find out the sum, how to calculate the sum. But then now I'm going to go in a little bit, advanced way. Sum if. Sum if. What I mean by sum if? I want to find out all those who are offices. I wanted to find out the salary of all the offices. Okay. So I'm going to go with a simple if condition. So here equals sum if. Sum if is the formula.
इसलिए कह रही हूँ क्योंकि आज बहुत बड़ी खबर पाकिस्तान से आई, ऐसी खबर जिसने पाकिस्तान में हड़कंप मचा दिया। हाफिज सईद का बेटा 3 दिन पहले उठा लिया गया था, अगवा कर लिया गया था, किडनैप कर लिया गया था और अब खबरें ऐसी आ रही हैं कि उसे ढेर कर दिया गया है। जी हाँ।
जय हिंद दोस्तों, आप सबको इंडिया में जान पर स्वागत। दोस्तों, पाकिस्तान 3 दिन दाऊद इब्राहिम तो शायद
रहमान को हमलावर कर रहा है। 1 साल में
बैकग्राउंड
जिहादी एक्टिविटीज में इन्वॉल्व कई सारे लश्कर तैयबा के लोग पाकिस्तान में मारे जा चुके हैं।
There is some background.
एक जो पाकिस्तान में जिहादी
आतंकियों को गोली मारता है और
सबको म्यूट कीजिए।
ये कई सारे लश्कर
There is some background voice, sir.
Now muted, madam.
You to unmute Malati ji yourself. Malathi, you have to unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've done it,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
I've done
okay.
it, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Equals sum if. Sum if. The moment I give equals sum if, you can see this. You can see the syntax here. So this is the rule you need to follow. So whenever I see sum if, range, comma, criteria, comma, sum range. So what is the range you are going to talk about? See, let me say I have the entire data. I'm selecting the entire data. This is my range, comma. I'll just give criteria. I want to give the criteria. If I want to talk about only the designation, I can take up only the designation. If I want to talk about the entire data, I can select. That I'll explain one by one. If I select only this is going to be the range, comma. What is your criteria? Criteria is nothing but the condition. According to me, I wanted to find out all the salary going to manager. So I have selected the range is only the salary column, comma, criteria. Criteria is the condition, comma, what you want to find out. I wanted to find out the sum range, sum of salary. So I will select the salary of all the employees. The moment I give enter key, you can see 22,760 is the salary of all the managers. Let me cross check that. All the managers, let me add this manager's salary equals, I have manager here, one manager I have here, plus again I have another manager here, another manager, enter key. So this is my man. This is only two managers I have. One manager is 12,000. The other manager is 10,760. So two managers' salary is being added up and you got the result. Let me say you have 10,000 records. Among the 10,000 records, you wanted to find out all the salary of all the managers or all the whatever it is, whatever may be the condition. I'll repeat once again, equals sum if. The moment I give sum if, range. If I want to talk about the designation department, I wanted to find out what is the total salary going to HR department. So I'll select the department here, comma, you can see the condition here, okay? Sum if department, this is my department, comma, criteria. What is a criteria? Within double quotes, whenever you are typing any text type of data, it should always be in double quotes. So here I'll say criteria is HR. All those who belong to HR. I want to find out the total salary going to HR department, comma, and you are going to find out the sum of salary. So I'll select the sum of salary, close this bracket, enter key. The moment I give, the total salary going to HR department is 30,678. I've taken up the small value just to know these calculations are. Let me do the small calculation. Let me add up all the HRs. There is one HR here, plus there is another HR here, plus there is another HR here. Done. These three HRs. Is it matching here? All the HR salary. If you have some 10,000 data, I cannot manually sit and do. I cannot search for one and then, okay, this is one HR here equals, okay, HR. Then plus again, next HR, I have to keep searching. Okay, this. Instead of doing it manually, what we can do is we have a function called sum if function equals sum if, open the bracket. Here you're going to give the range. What is the range? If you're talking about designation, you can take up that as the range. If you're talking about the department, you can take up that as the range D2 to D15, comma, what is a condition? HR. Now I want sales department. All the sales department. I'll repeat once again. Sum if you can give and the range you can select. What you want? I want all those who are from project department. I want to find out the total salary going to project department. So department is my range, comma, project, P-R-O-J-E-C-T. Project is my condition, comma, and salary. When I select the salary, close the bracket, enter key. The moment I give enter key, automatically all those who are in project department will be added up and you get the result. You can cross-check with the salary. There is one project here, another project here, and another project, 2 salary, one here and another one here. So all these 3 salaries are added up to give this answer. Now, if I'm trying to see now, 2061 is the value you've got. Let me do the changes here. Let me say this person is also, this employee is also from project department. The moment I press enter key, you can see the value here. Automatically it changes. So it will add this salary also. Any changes you do, let me say this employee is also from project department. The total value will change automatically because I have changed. Any changes you do, automatically gets reflected here. Any doubts you have, sir? Shall I proceed?
Madam, can we add 2 variants in this, like
Yes,
project
sir.
and
Yes,
as well as other?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what this is clear. I want to go ahead. Next condition I want to do.
Yes.
Are you doing it along with me, sir? Madam, are you doing it?
Madam. Yeah. Yes.
You are able to get it? Are you getting the output? It should be an interactive session,
Yes,
please.
madam. Yes.
Yes, keep going. Okay. Okay, next up. Next, if this is okay, next you have is some ifs. I'm going to talk about multiple condition. I'm going to talk about more than one condition. So here, I'll be using some ifs. The moment I give some ifs, here the condition is different. First goes the sum range. So you have to select what you want to do. I want to find out the sum of salary. So when I select this salary, comma, criteria range. What is a criteria? First criteria range you should give. Range is, I want to know all the managers from HR department. My condition is manager from HR department. So first designation I'll select. This is the criteria range, comma, I'll give manager. Manager is the condition, comma, second criteria range, manager from HR department. So I'll select the designation here, department here, comma, HR is the designation I have given. So I have given this sum range first, then the first criteria range, this equal to manager, second criteria range is department equal to HR. The moment I finish this, I can see 12,000 is the data. So manager, HR, only 12,000. Only one record is satisfying this. Let me say here I have another manager, but this manager is from project department. Let me change this to, now 12,000 is the answer. Let me change this department to HR. Enter key. Automatically, these two datas are added up and you get the result. So manager HR 12,000, manager HR 10,760. Totally, you have this data. So this is your sum ifs. So when I take up sum ifs, if you want to give more than one condition, you will be using this condition. So here I can see sum ifs. The moment I give sum ifs, it is not 1 or 2, more than 2 also you can go. Like I want something like, let me see, sum range is my range I want to add up, sum range, comma, criteria 1. What is my criteria range? Let me say this time, I'll take up department. Department is my first criteria. Department is from project department. Project department, comma, designations should be the range, next range, comma, and the designation should be officer. Officer is the designation, comma. If I want some name, also you can select. If I want the name, the next condition you can select the name equal to whatever name you want, you can select. The third data also you can select. Just give comma and go for it. Enter key. Now you're getting the data. Now my condition is project from officer. projects and officer. So I have an officer, but this employee is not from the project department. I have another officer. This officer is not from the project department. There are two officers and both the officers are not from the project department. So you get the result as 0. See, the result is 0 because I don't have any employee from the project and our officer. Now, to do the changes, let me do a small change in here. This officer, I'll change it to project department. The moment I change it to project department, I get this officer, I get this value. Again, let me say project department, I'll change this designation to officer. Again, you can see these two are added up and you get the result. So this is your next data called SUMF function. So when I take up the SUMF function, so your formula goes like this. SUMFs, one S is added. What you want to add? You want to give the summation, the total, comma, first criteria range, criteria, condition, comma, second criteria range, comma, condition, comma, third criteria range, comma, condition, fourth criteria range, comma, condition. It goes like that. So you can have as many conditions as you want. Any doubts you have with this SUMF and SUMIF, sir?
I mean some ifs. If we interchange the criteria, means criteria 1 will be project and criteria 2 will be officer or reverse, then will the result be the same?
Yeah, tell me, sir. We'll just do that. Equals some ifs I'm giving. Some ifs.
Yes.
Okay, I want to find out the sum of this. This is the employee. Details, comma. What is the criteria? First criteria is?
First is project and second is officer.
Okay, department. So I have to select department. Department is this. Department, comma, project. Project. Project is my first condition. Comma, second condition. My second condition is designation. Designation is manager, isn't it? What is it? What is it? Officer. Okay. Officer. Okay, so it should satisfy both the condition. The employee should be from project department and the officer department. So here you got it.
If you reverse it, means first criteria will be officer and then project, then result will be same.
So I'll do it, sir. I'll do it for you. No doubts. You should not have any doubts. See, the condition, what I'm doing is only the condition 1, condition 2. See, I've reversed it. First is officer I gave. Next one is project I gave. See, it is not going to consider. See, what it is trying to do here is try to find out the sum of all the salary from the department, it's a project department, and all the officers from project department. That is the condition. All the officers from project department. First you give the department, next you give the designation, or first you give the designation and the part, that doesn't matter. Only thing is criteria 1, what is the range you should give? What is the condition? Criteria 2, what is the condition? See, if you are selecting this is the criteria range, here I cannot give manager. Here I should give relevant to this only. Criteria range when I'm selecting, it should be project or manufacturing or HR from this only. If I'm selecting this as a criteria, officer or manager, it should be from this. Okay, so you can give any way. See, either of the way, the answer is same. Finally, what is our query? Our question is, find out the total salary of all the officers from project department. All the officers of project department means you put the project here or you put the project here, the entire thing you should take. Criteria range and this officer, you either put this here or you swap it, no problem, but it is going to find out the sum. Clear, sir? Is it clear, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to do it? Are you finding it difficult? Are you finding it difficult, or you want me to reduce my speed? Or you want some time to practice?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
How about others, sir? You want me to practice or should I proceed? Madam? Okay. So I feel that, okay. So here, You may be thinking that, like, if I select this range, I have to select this range from here, click and drag the mouse. I have only 10 data, so it's simple for you to select this. So if I want to select some thousands of data, practically it is not possible. So you can always go for this naming cells. I hope you must have seen this name manager or giving a name for the cells. Are you okay with that? Okay, let me do that later on. Let me explain to you some more concepts, basic concepts, and I'll come back to this advanced level there. And this is about your sum and sum S. Okay. Now I want to count how many officers are there. I want to count how many officers are there, how many managers are there. So now let me take up the next command here. I have count A. These are the built-in functions, count and counting. So here equals count. The moment I give count, value 1, value 2, you have to always see the syntax. You should always see the rule. This is the rule you need to follow. So count, just listen, just see here, count, and I have selected this range here. The moment I select this range, enter, you get this as 0. So count function, it counts only numeric type of data. If I'm using this count for the salary, you can get it. See here, equals count. The moment I give count, I'll select this data here. Either I can take up employee number, salary, enter. Now you can see there are 14 records. So when I say 14 records are there. I've just counted. I'll repeat once again. Whenever I'm using a count command for a character type of data, characters means text type of data. When I'm using text type of data, I cannot count the data. You can either use this number, numeric type of data. So here I can say count, and then here you can just select this column and then press enter key. It just counts. There are 14 records here. 14 records. If you add one more record, automatically it gets updated, provided this is a table. Let us see how to create a table. But how to calculate if it is a text type of data? You have another function here, count A. The moment I give count A, here, let me select this data here and enter key. So now, when I say count A, it counts this character, means text type of data. Not just the text type of data, like if I'm using count A to do the numeric type of data. If I want to find out the value for the numeric type of data, you can get. So when I'm using count A is to count how many records are there, no matter whether it is a text type of data or numeric type of data. So count A is a function, but count is a function just to count the numeric type of data. Next one I have is the same thing, all what we did with this sum function. Here I'll be using count F function. So I'm using a count F function. Let me repeat that. Count F. The moment I give count F, range, you have to select the range. What is the range? I want to count how many managers are there. Just select the data. Just select this data. Okay, this is my range, comma, within double quotes, I'll just say manager. I want to count how many managers are there. So there are 2 managers in my data. I have thousands of data and I want to select this count F, the range I have selected, comma, criteria. Criteria is manager. See, each time I don't want to type this manager or officer. If I want officer, I have to remove this and then type officer. I have removed type officer. Instead of doing this, I can simply give a drop down. Okay, I'll just type officer here. Officer I have typed. I can select this as my criteria. I'll repeat here for SUMIF, for COUNTIF, whatever it is, you can use that as your criteria. COUNTIF range. Range is, I'll select this is my range, comma, criteria. What is a criteria? My criteria is officer. And then I'll press enter key. The moment I give this as the criteria, I have just selected the criteria. I have not typed officer or manager. Instead, I have typed officer here and I'm selecting that I-20 I have selected. Now, if I type manager, you will get total managers. How many managers are there? If I type clerk, how many clerks are there? You can see. But I cannot do it manually. I have to keep typing again and again. So what I'll do is, I will create a drop down here. Let me explain this drop down. How to create a drop down. So, as this is clear, this much is clear, sir. Shall I proceed?
You can actually count A again.
Count A. Okay. Count A is either a numeric type of field or a character type of field, text type of field you can count. What you want to do is equals count A you give, count A, and then I just selected the range. Just select this range. This is text type of data. Kentucky, there are 14 records here. If I am doing it using count, if I'm using it using count, you get 0. Means count is used only for numeric type of data. Numbers, it counts only numbers. But count A is, you can either use text type of data or number type of data. You get the answer. Okay. Then count F. Count F is to go for a particular condition. So I have my data here, the range here. I want to count how many officers are there. 3 officers are there. Let me change one designation to officer. Again, I'll give officer. Automatically, there are 4 officers are there. Okay. So instead of typing officer here and manager here, I can type the manager or officer here. And I can just use this as a cell. I can use this as the criteria. Even for the sum. When I'm doing sum if, instead of typing manager here, instead of typing officer here, you can always select this criteria. You can always select this range. So this range, again, if I want to type manager, you will be typing manager. Manager. Instead of doing this again and again, I'll tell you a little more in an advanced way. We are going to create a drop down. Let me see how to create a drop down. So to create a drop down, see, I've kept my cell pointer here. Data, go to data menu, validation, under validation, data validation, data menu, data validation, under the data validation, allow, click on the list. Here in the source, either you can select all this together or you can type the criteria. Like, let me say my criteria is officer, clerk, chief manager, senior manager, and manager. I've just selected, in between there is a repeated, no problem. I've just selected this, okay. So now here I have a designation column. You can see the drop down here. The moment I select this clerk, automatically it will take senior manager, chief manager, whatever you want, you can select. Now, I am going to use this in my criteria for either for the sum if or count if. I want to find out all the salary of officer. Okay, so what will I do? Equals sum if. Sum if range. What is a range? I'll select this designation is my range. Designation is my range, comma, criteria. What is a criteria? I will select this as my criteria. This is where I have given the drop down, comma, sum of the salary. I have just selected this salary here. Close the bracket, enter key. Now you can see the total salary of all officers is done. Now, I want the salary of chief managers, automatically done. I want the salary of senior manager. I want the salary of manager. You need not have to type again and again, one by one. See, as we did here, this is actually the basic. I'm just going into the basic and little advanced, intermediate, everything I'm combining in this class. So here, when you give sum if, I typed manager here. Instead of typing, you can select this. I have created a drop down, and using this drop down, I have selected this cell, and here you go. This is my range. As I change the designation, total salary going to chief managers is this, total salary going to senior manager is this, total salary going to manager is this, officer, all that is done in one stretch. Is it clear, sir? You want me to repeat this drop down or is it clear?
Please repeat. Please repeat.
Repeat drop down, drop down. To do this drop down, see here, I have this designation. So you can draw, instead of typing the designation, I have just deleted all this. You can also do it along with me. Just select this data, go to data menu. Under that, you can see data validation. Here, different version will have different position. You can see data validation. Click on the small arrow. Under that, data validation. Under that, allow. Click on this, select list, you can see. List. If you have the list, you can always select this list. I already have the list. I'll select this list. I can simply select the list. Okay. Now, if I want Deepak, what is Deepak? Deepak is senior officer. What is Mini? Mini is chief manager. What is the senior manager? What is this employee? We know this officer. So instead of selecting, instead of typing the designation, I can just select from here. This is how we go from basic to intermediate and advanced level of typing. In the basic level, we were typing chief manager, senior manager, officer. But now, using the drop down, you can quickly select what the designation of this employee is. I hope it's clear. Clear, sir? Madam, is it clear? Are you finding it difficult?
In data validation, where it is?
Yes, sir. I'll repeat. Drop down, create data validation.
Yeah.
See, sir, you just go to data menu. Are you here in data validation? Data validation. Data validation. Click on this data validation, sir.
Yes.
Settings. Allow. Can you see allow? Allow. Can you see this? Allow. Settings. Click on settings. You may see settings, input, error alert. Allow. Allow me list. Can you see, sir? Hello. Hello. List you got, sir? List. List. Under list, here, source. Click on source. If you already have the source, you can select or you can give the designation. Like, let me say I'm giving manager. Manager, comma, officer, comma, chief manager. You can give. Only this many designation I have, only 3. Okay. So now, when I click on this drop down, I will have only those 3. If you want to type, you can type. If you already have it, you can select from there. Got it, sir? You want me to repeat, sir?
Please repeat. Please repeat.
Okay, sir. I'll do it. So you just see the screen, sir, and then we'll do it. Okay. First, what did I do? I have my cell pointer here. Go to data menu.
Yes.
Under that, you have data validation.
Validation, yes, we have.
Data validation.
Yes, settings.
Settings, allow. Allow, can you see allow?
Allow, yes. Any value.
List. Can you see list, L-I-S-T?
Yes, list, yes, I got it.
List.
Source.
And here you can type comma, 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 or you click here, sir, click on the source, type manager, office manager, comma, officer, comma, where you can type, or if you already have the list, select the list like this. And
yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you will get the drop down.
Okay, yes.
Got it, sir?
Now got it. Thank you. Thank you. ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Good.
Very good. So now this is about your sum F. Instead of giving manager, I have selected the option here. The moment I change, see here, the moment I change this, automatically you get the all the managers, total salary going to managers, total salary going to officers, total salary going to senior manager. You can get everything in one stretch. Okay. Next thing here is you have count if. We were talking about count if. Count if is same. However you have given the condition. Here you're finding the sum, but here you're counting. How many officers are there? So count if you select the designation, comma, officer. Now let me say, I want to see how many are there, how many employees are from the project department. Okay, project department, I want to count. Count, I'll just give count if range. Whenever I say range, you have to select this range. This is my range I have, comma, and what is my range? I'll say I want to count how many are from the project. Here again, you can go for the drop down. You can just create a drop down for designation department, and instead of typing project, you can always select the drop down list as the criteria. Count if project I have given. So there are 5 employees from project department. See, we'll just check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 employees of project. Let me change this to sales to see that now it is reduced to 4. 4 it is reduced. I'll change this also to HR. Now it is reduced to 3. So the moment it change automatically, I want to create a drop down. I can use it using drop down. I'll quickly create a drop down, data validation, list I'll say, and here I can just give the list. What are the lists? Let me say HR I have, sales I have, then spelling should be the same, what I have there. Sales I have, then I have project department, project I have, then marketing I have, MKTG. So this many department, comma, comma, comma I have given. Okay, so this is done. So now this will be my drop down. Sales department I want to see. So equals count if I'm giving. Count if the moment, see the moment you give count if, you're not getting the data here. You're not getting the syntax here because the spelling is wrong. COUNT. I have missed out one word. See now, when I don't give the spelling is wrong, so you're not getting the this. There is an error here. Now, if I say count if, the moment I give count if, you can see this automatically range. What is your range? I want the department, comma, where? What is a department? I have the department is this drop down. Okay, enter key. So how many are from sales? 3 are from sales. How many are from HR? HR you can calculate. Project you can calculate. Marketing, you can get everything in one row. Okay, in this way, you can just see the total. Count if you can calculate. Any doubts you have till now, sir? Shall I proceed?
Clear, very clear.
Yes, it's so. Very clear.
Yeah, if I'm going fast, please tell me. I'll reduce my speed. If I'm going fast, you should tell me. I'll reduce my speed.
That's okay.
No, it's
Okay,
okay.
Okay, sir. Now, a little more advanced count if. We have seen some if, we have seen some ifs. Now, I'm going to teach you count ifs. I'll be teaching you. So, when I take up count ifs, it is more than one condition. So, now I'll take up count ifs. So, to explain count ifs, again, the same thing you can find out. Count ifs. When I give count ifs, criteria range 1. This is actually the range, criteria range 1. When I give, let me say, I want to calculate, I want to find out all this designation, comma, here I'm going to take up the designation is this. This is my drop down. I'm selecting using the drop down, I'm selecting, comma, second criteria range, I'll select the department and, comma, the department, I will select this drop down here. So instead of typing the designation and department, I am selecting the designation and department from the 2 drop downs. And then I finished. Okay. So now you can see here, senior officer and marketing department. So you can just select from here. Let me take up the data here. The range I should have selected. Select this range. Criteria range is my first range, comma, criteria 1. What is your first criteria? Let me first do it with this officer I have, comma, criteria range 2 is this, comma, and HR department I'll select. So now I have 0. So there is no employee who are in HR department and being an officer. Let me check here. I have an officer, but this officer is from marketing department. I have another officer, project department and manufacturing. So I don't have this condition is not satisfied. Officer and HR is not satisfying. So you're getting the answer as 0. Let me make this officer and HR. I'll make this project to HR. Enter key. Now you will get 1 here. The result is 1. So now it is satisfying both the condition. So instead of this officer, you select this drop down. Instead of this designation, instead of this department, you select this criteria as this drop down. Automatically, based on that, you can, as you're changing this and this, you will get the total. I want to find out all the senior manager from sales department. You select senior manager here. You select sales department here. I want to find out all the officer from HR department. Change officer here. Change HR department. Automatically, you get it. Any doubts you have with this? Sum F, sum F, sum F. Count A, count F, count Fs. Any doubts till now?
No, madam. It's okay.
Shall I proceed, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. So now this is the simple calculation we have done. Yes, sir. Madam, your voice is not. Speed is okay, ma'am. Okay, fine. Something if you can please text me. Your voice is feeble. Shall I proceed? Or any doubts, please text me. Okay, so let me proceed. Now, let me say, I wanted all these names are in capital letter, okay, uppercase. So let me use some functions, upper. When I take up upper, okay, I want to convert all the names in uppercase. So I have lower. Then let me say, I have the data. I want to add full name. Let me take up this full name. I have some data like this. Okay. I have some columns. I have just made some columns, uppercase, lowercase, trim, full name. Then I'll take up proper case, PROPER, proper case and all that. Now I'll insert 2 columns here, or I'll insert another column here. Just 1 column I'll try to insert. And let me make this as F name. F name is first name. And I have L name. L name is last name. And I'll just give some names. Some Deepak James and Minnie Menon. Something I'll just give. And some names I want to give here. Matthew, Arya Krishnan. Okay, I'll just repeat this. I don't want to waste time in typing. I just copied and I pasted here. So I have done with the F name. What did I do? I just inserted 1 column, right click, insert, a column was inserted, a column was inserted. I typed the L name and then I just typed some L name here. Just L name I typed. Now, what I want to do here is, as you can see that all these names are in uppercase. Okay, it's done. So equals upper. Equals upper is the built-in method. Okay. You have to give the text type of data. So now, since all the names are in uppercase, let me take up this designation. This also is in uppercase. Okay, so everything is in uppercase. Okay, no issues. Let me select this name now. So the moment I select this name, automatically you can see all the names are in capital letter. Suppose let me say this Deepak is in small letter. Deepak is in small letter. Now here it is changed to small letter, capital letter. Here I'll just type something. I'll type Lily in small letter. So whenever I give upper, automatically this small letter thing is converted into uppercase. Now I want to convert it into lowercase. Lower. Lower is the function. Lower of, just click on this cell. That's all. Close the bracket, enter key. So all this text is now in lowercase. Or now you can see the first one is in lowercase. When I take up the rest of the names, all these names are now converted into lowercase. Now, if I change this to mini, you can see it is in uppercase, lowercase. Now, if I type this to this, now if I type Deepak into capital letter, now you can see Deepak is now changed to lowercase. So here, Deepak I have given capital letter, but it is converted to lowercase. Okay, so lower, and then you have to give this string. Now, let me say in this Deepak, there are some spaces in between. Normally, whenever we get data, we don't get the data in a clean format. We get the data with lots of spaces in between, but we need to do the alignments here. So how to do this alignments? So now when I say upper, only the names are converted into uppercase. It is not worried about the spaces, these leading, trailing spaces. So I want to remove these spaces. So if I want to remove, see here, upper I gave, lower I gave, but nothing is happening. When I want to remove the space, you have the command called trim command. Trim, and I want to trim this one. Enter. Now all these spaces, whatever spaces you have, all that spaces will be trimmed. Double click, automatically see here. When I say upper of this, you have some spaces towards the left side. Along with the spaces, it converts to uppercase or lowercase. But if I want trim, then the trim is also happening. But along with the trim, I want all the names in uppercase. So here you're getting Vinod in small letter. The other one is in this one. But I want, along with trim, I want the command. Then you can use both together. Let me tell you that. Now, full name. You want to add these two names together. So when I want to add these two names together, equals, there are two ways of doing. Concat is a built-in method. Concat, C-O-N-C-A-T, concatenate. Okay, you may see concat or concatenate. When I give the first text, comma, the second text, close the bracket, enter key. So here you go with this Deepak James. But this Deepak James are together. I need a space in between. What did I do? To do the concatenation, equals concat again. Concat. Double click on this. Click on the first name, comma. When you give the second name, automatically both the names are together. But I need a space in between. Just within double quotes, just leave some space. Again, give a double quote, comma. Click on the last name. Close the bracket. Now you can see Deepak space James you got. Double click on this. Automatically you get this first name and last name both are added up. But these spaces are there. Okay, I want to remove that spaces. So how do you do that? Here, if I let me take up this proper. I have a command called proper. P-R-O-P-E-R. The moment I give proper of Deepak, this first cell, enter key. When I give this, the first character of every word, each and every name, all the names will be in capital letter. If I want the first character in capital letter, the rest of the things are in small letter. You have to use the function proper equals proper, open the bracket, and then you select B3. B3 is where I have this. So when I get this, you got this. But I don't want the spaces. I want to remove this leading, trailing spaces. And along with that, I want a proper case. So what I do here is I can use this trim function just along with this proper command. Just enter key. Now you can see the spaces are removed and it is in proper case. So what I can do here is I can use a function called trim function along with this command, enter key. Now you can see the spaces are removed and you're getting a concatenation. Earlier, the data was like this. So any function you want, along with that, you can use trim function to trim the leading, trailing spaces and convert it into upper or lower or whatever it is. See?
Suppose
now
you have a space on the right side then?
Where, sir?
Suppose you have this blank character on the right side.
Yeah, Deepak, after Deepak.
After Deepak, you have some blank space. Then,
yes,
then
sir. Yes, sir. See, sir,
do?
you have L trim, R trim. You have L trim is left trim, R trim is right trim.
Okay.
When I say trim, when I use the trim command, it will trim both leading spaces and trailing. That is what I was mentioning. Leading spaces and trailing spaces.
Oh,
the
okay.
spaces which is in the starting and the spaces which is the end. All that will be trimmed by using this command called trim. Okay, now you think that, now you feel that this is how you got the data. But then you have thousands of data. But this data you have converted into this. Now, but then this is actually a formula. I want to place this formula. I want to copy this and paste it here. Okay, but along with this trim, I want a proper also. Proper I want. Means I want first command, first character to be in capital letter. So I'll be using a proper function. Along with that, I have the first character is capital letter. The rest of the things are in small letter. This data, I want to paste it here. So when I paste it, it is not just copy paste. Just say copy. You can paste it as a value. When I paste it like a text, you can paste this data as a text. When I talk about paste and paste special, I think you must be using this paste special, paste value. See the data what you had, the entire data I have trimmed, I have used the function and I have copied this and I have pasted it like a value here in the value form. So no more this is a formula when it comes here. It is just a normal text here. Okay. So any doubts you have with this, the formula is still there, upper and you select this, lower, trim, full name, proper. Full name is to use the concat. So instead of using concat, I can also use it like this. Just click on this cell, the first cell, put an and symbol, and. Again, I need some space, just within double quotes, just put double quotes, just leave some space, and then again an and symbol, and click on James, and press enter key. Then this is again another way to get your first name and last name. So here you have double click on this, automatically you get the name. So what did I do? I just selected the first cell, B3, and is the concatenation between a text and a value. Okay, here I have to include the space. So I've put an and, separation I can see. And is a separation. So B3 and within double quotes I've given some space, again an and symbol, and I have given C3. C3 is this. I have this data, copy this, automatically you get this data here. So here, if I want how many space you want, you can leave. If you want only one space, you can leave one space. It's all left to you. One space or two space or three space. How many space you want after the name, that many space you can adjust here accordingly. Double click on that, only one space you get. It all depends upon how many space you have. Is that clear, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. So before going to the next topic, let me just take up all what we are going to do in the next session. I'll just give you an idea about that and we'll come back to the next topic. So any doubts you have till now? So far, any doubts? So far, any doubts? I know I was going a bit fast because I thought I wanted to cover most of the portions here in the demo session because we've got lots to study, wherein I will be showing you all what you can do it, saving lots of your time. Okay. I hope I understand that. I think you must be having some doubt, but still, any doubts you have, please text me. I am ready to clear the doubts. Let
It's
me
okay,
go
madam.
to the.
It's okay,
Yes,
madam.
yes, sir. I'll just show you. Just let me take 10-15 minutes to just give you a slide. This one, I'm not going to work out with the data. We'll just see what can be done. See, I'm just. Can you see my screen here? I've just got this work data here. So here, I have some data here. So you're not going to work out. You are just going to just listen. Just see. You can just see the screen. See, I have some data. Normally, I've taken only 10-15 data so that we can see the output in one sheet itself. Now, I have promotion list. See, promotion list, if I have it in a new sheet, I have a list of promotees, those who have got promotion. I got the promotion list, and that is in a new sheet. Okay. So, you know that no two employees will have same employee number. So, employee names can be repeated. Their designations can be repeated. Of course, the salary also can be repeated, and all the rest of the things can be repeated for all the employees. Whereas the employee number is unique. So, based on the employee number, I have these employees are being promoted. M001, M009, M004. These employees is being promoted list I have. Now, I want to highlight all the promoted list. So those who have promoted will be highlighted for you. I have done the formula, but that will be explained in our future classes. Okay. So now I'll just change this and see M. Let me see. I have set the formula here. Let me see M000 and I'll say 6. M0006 is now, it is not highlighted. I have changed this to M006, enter key. Now the promoted list is 6, 9, and 4. So 6, 9, and 4 are the promotion list. Let me change this to M000 something else. Let me change it to 11. Now 11 is not highlighted. Enter key. Now you can see M00011. You can see computer is not wrong. So according to me, M00011 I have given, but here you have M0011. So I have to change this to 10. I'll remove this 10, enter key. Now you can see all the promotion list I have. I have list of promotions. Okay, I have only 10 records I have. Among that, I have just taken 3 records. Let me say you have thousands of employees. Among thousands of employees, 500 have been promoted. So 500 employee list you have. So this 500 employee list are not in one stretch. Randomly you have. So I want to highlight all the promoted list in one stretch. You can see it. This is one experiment, one exercise. We'll be doing it in few minutes. Next, one more example I can tell you is I have some employee. I have some data here, name and I have just taken a small data, name and salary. Among this, I want to see top 3 salary or top 5 salary I want to see. It will fetch me all the top highest 5 salary I want to see. In one go, I can see top 4 salary I want to see. Top 6 salary I want to see. Since I have only 10 data, I cannot go beyond 10. You have thousands of data, top 20 salary, top 30 salary. You can just give top 2 salary I'm giving. When I give top 2 salary, highest 2 salary, one is 27,000, second one is 20,000. Let me change this salary now. The first salary I'm changing it to 30,000. Now 30 will become the top salary. 30, Deepak 30 will become the first salary and my second top salary is 27. So automatically any changes you do here, automatically top 5 salary is being listed for you. This is again another exercise which we'll be doing it in fraction of a second. And you can also give some ranking for this. Ranking is in what way you can just give, like you have, which is the first rank. You can just give the first rank for this. So 30,000 comes first, 27 is second. Then comes this, 20,000 the third, then 15,000 the fourth. So as I'm changing, now let me make this as 50,000. This will be the first rank now. So among the ranking, this is the first rank. This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. All this we can do in our next this one. Now I can tell you one more example here. I have just, I have some data here. I want to fetch all the data. So here I want to simply give equals, I'll just give some name from here. I'll take up any name. I'll just say equals RI by A, no matter whether it is capital letter or small letter. The moment I give RIA, enter key, RIA's all the information I can fetch. Type is 9,000. What did I do? I just kept the cell pointer here, equals, and I just pressed something, some name. Mini I gave, enter key. What is Mini? Mini, where is Mini? Yes, Mini. Mini is officer 15,000. Mini is officer 15,000. All the details about Mini I can fetch. So this is again another way of doing. Then preventing duplicates. Using this, I have to enter value between 1 to 10. If I'm entering value above 1 to 10, you will get an error. Enter value between 1 to 10. So this is again the validation. So until and unless I come out, see 20 I have to do. Again, it will give an error. I cannot come out of this until and unless I give the value less than or equal to 10. So I can give a message like this. I can give something like this. See here you have this. 56, it's not accepting. I can say 4, it will accept. Some value between. So this restriction we can do. So then we have lots of formulas using if condition. You can just say like you have repetition. I want to check. There are 4 diyas here. So when it is showing me, I should show 1, 2, 3, 4. And next is 5, 6, 7, 8, it shows. But it should show 1, 2, 3, 4 for diyas. 1 diya, 2 diya, 3 diya, 4 diya. When it is coming to Kiran, 1, 2, 3, 4, again it has to start from here. That we can do. So you can do the calculation in that way. Or you want to check whether this is duplicate or unique. You can see diya. First diya is unique. Next diyas, if it is there, automatically it will show it is all duplicate. Next, first Kiran, it will show unique. Next Kiran, if it has come, it will show duplicate. Next, it is Krishan. So you will check whether it is duplicate. And as I said, diya 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, when the name is changing to Kiran, automatically it will change Kiran 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, when it is changing to Krishna, automatically it is done by using certain formulas. So all these things by using certain if functions. We've got lots of if functions we'll be teaching you. I'll be teaching you. Then here again, next one more interesting thing is you have a list of employees. Let me say employees in 2022. Employees in 2022 are this many employees are there. Employees in 2023, these employees have been retained. There are few employees who have resigned and there are few employees who have joined in 2023. Now, I want to find out all those who have joined. I want to find out all those who have resigned. Everything you can do it by a formula. So you can see new joining. Now Vijay is new joining in 2000. Let me make this name. I see I have a name which is repeated in both the record. Let me say Deepak is here and it is Diya, any name which is repeated in both the record. Seema. Seema is here and Seema is here. Since Seema is here, Seema is here. So new joining mein Seema will not come. Instead, resigning mein Seema will not come. This is the employee which is in 2023. Now I'll change the Seema. I'll change the Seema to something else. I'll change it to Rosie. I'll just give a name called Rosie. Enter key. Now, the moment I give Rosie, here you can see Rosie is the employee in 2022. And you can see in new joining, it is not there. But in the resign, new joining, since Rosie name is not included here in the new joining, it is considered that Rosie is either resigned or it is retired. Okay, so since I entered a new name here, Rosie is not in the new list. In 2023 list, Rosie is not there. So it always automatically it comes into the either in the resigned or this is the resigned or the retired list. So Rosie I have. So this we can do it. Like I have Kirti here. Kirti is now in the resigned list. I'll make Kirti to be, let me say Vijay. I'll make this Vijay. V-I-J-A-Y. Moment I give Vijay, here Vijay is removed. Vijay is removed because Vijay is here and Vijay is here. So Vijay is no more a new joinee. Vijay is not resigned. So he is a new employee in this. So all these magics we can do in Excel. So not just that, along with that, we can do conditional formatting. When I do conditional formatting, when I type something, like, if I can use a drop down here, drop down I can use. I can simply say laptop. The moment I give laptops, all the laptops will be highlighted for me. If I type camera, all the cameras will be highlighted for me. I'll explain this conditional formatting. I'll just give you an explanation today. Today's class, I'll give you how we can do this highlighting part. So not just that, I have this employee payroll details. This is my huge data which we did just now. We calculated this with this locking cells and the other way also. Now, just see here, by using VLOOKUP, I'll be teaching you VLOOKUP just by changing the employee ID. Employee ID is 10009. I can fetch all the information about the employee ID. See, employee ID 1009, name is Dia teacher marketing. Let me check 10009 from here. My sheet 1009, Dia teacher marketing, 15,000. All the data I can fetch. See, I'll take up one more. 10014. 14 is Asha, typist, sales, 9,000. 10014. 14 I give Asha, typist, salary, DA, HRA, all this data. See, I have earnings I have put. I have just designed this sheet, just like a salary statement I have designed by giving all the formatting and all. I have employee ID, designation, and this, as I said, no two employee will have employee ID same. So this I have used a drop down. The moment I select one, the moment I select the employee ID, you can fetch all their earnings. You can fetch all the deduction. What is the total addition they're getting? What is the total deduction they're getting? What is the net salary they're getting? All this data is done in one sec. See, I assure you, I guarantee you, this VLOOKUP, this sheet, you can do it in just 5 minutes. I'm telling you again, just 5 minutes is sufficient for you to do this. You're not going to calculate. You're not going to do VLOOKUP everywhere. I'm going to teach you the logic. I'm going to teach you the shortcut way, how you can get things done. See, it's really interesting. The moment I select the employee name, I can fetch all the data. Not just that. Again, let me say, I want to fetch all the managers' data. I can fetch it separately. I can fetch all the chief managers' data. Now, this is very interesting. Here, what happens, all the designation. Let me say I have only this many designation. I have only typed this many designation. And I will be giving only one simple formula here. And the moment I drag it, all the employees, 10,000 employees, among these 10,000 employees, all those belong to, all those chief managers will be separately displayed. All the senior managers, officers, typists, clerks, everything. Within 5 minutes, you can get this done. So you will get all the chief managers list, manager, senior manager, everything separately extracted you can do. Not just that, again, by using another function, important thing, as I'm using this, I can also fetch all the details by using this drop-down method. So 1008, if I say all 1008, all the information of 1008 is being displayed here. Okay, this is, I'm not teaching you all this. I'm telling you all these are the things which I'll be teaching you in your further workshops, like further classes as such, because this is a demo class and we have 3 hours to go. So maximum I was able to cover. Let me give you one more example here. See, if I want to find out the total of all this, I have just taken some calculation. I want to find out the total of this. This we can do it. So if I want to find out the total of this, what you can do is equals sum. Open the bracket. You drag all this and then enter key. And second thing is double click on this. This is what you do. Again, if you want to find out the sum of this, equals sum. Open the bracket. And you drag all this. And then you close this, enter key. And then again you drag this like this. This is what you do. Instead of that, I'll give you an easiest way of doing to save time. Select the data. Select the data. Just click and drag this data. Control G. Control G. When you give Control G, or you can go to this, find and select, go to special, find home menu, find and select, go to special. The moment I give go to special, select blanks. Okay. Alt equals done. Your calculation is done. I need not have to do it here. Drag down, do the calculation, drag it. I'll repeat once again. Once again, I'll repeat. Select this data. Select this data. Go to find and select. Under that, go to special. Under go to special, select blanks. Okay. All the blanks are selected. Don't click the mouse. Alt equals. Done. Your calculation is done. Got it, sir? Understood?
Yeah, got it.
Yes. Do you have index and I am just seeing the chat window now. Do you have index and match function? And yes, sir. I will be teaching all this index function, match function, if function, under if, nested if I'll be teaching. I'll be teaching ifs function, ifs, ifs also I'll be teaching you. Okay, I'll be teaching you how to fetch data, how to get. I'm reading one chat window just now. So I'll be teaching you how you can fetch the data, how you can get the data from different source. Okay, from web, how you can fetch the data from different Excel sheet. Okay, how you can fetch the data, how you can do VLOOKUP from a same sheet, from a different book. All that will be explained to you, sir. And I'll be teaching you pivot table also. In pivot table, maybe you may be knowing a basic pivot table. Like I can just give you an example. Let me say this is the weekly expense in the real world entity. In the real world, in our real work, what we do, everyday transaction. I have just stored a 1 week transaction here. In this 1 week transaction, let me say there are 4 members of the family. Okay, these 4 members are doing some transaction every day. It is not mandatory that every day, all the 4 should spend. It all depends. Suppose, let me say the first family member is spent some 1,000 rupees for books. He is made an entry in the Excel sheet. The next family member on the same day is spent some money for this. He is made an entry. Then the rest of the 2 employees have not made any transaction. No issues. So you have recorded all the transaction, what the family is being made for a week. Okay, you can have it for 1 month. And by the end of the month, you can see by using a wonderful command, pivot table, you can just see what is the total amount going to this. Okay, I will just say, I'll just show you the output and then we'll do it. We'll do it. Like I'll just give this total expense I want to find out. Okay, so now you can see million count of expense. It's going to count. And let me take up this function. I'll just explain to you. In this function, here I don't want count. I want to find out the sum of counts. So here I have million is 2, Dia is 5, Kiran is 4. It just says counting this value. Here in this expense, I'll take up another column called date column here, and I'll place it in the filter column. If I take up filter date, I can see the transaction done on first. I can see all the transaction which was done on first. I can see all the transaction which was done on this. Multiple transaction 1 and 5, 1, 5, 3. All the transaction which was done in 1, 5, 3. All that you can see from here. So here you can see the settings. Not just that. Here in this pivot table, I'll be explaining pivot table in depth, because pivot table is not just 5 minutes, 10 minutes topic. You can learn lots in pivot table. Now, here in this, I wanted to find out the sum. So, sum of the salary, sum of the value. If I take up amount, sum. So, from Milan's side, 1,800 is spent for 1 week. From Dia's side, 870. Kiran, this much amount is being spent. When I click on this, double click, when I double click on one entry, Milan's full transaction I can see. So on 1, Milan is spent 1,000 rupees for books, for grocery 800 on 3rd. Again, if I want to go back to my original data, if I double click on Dia, I want to see all the transaction of Dia. Double click on this 870. When I double click on 870, you can see the dates. The person is Dia and the expense what it is and the total amount you can see. In this way, not just this, you can see the data in a different sheet. all the transaction done by Milan, you can see it in a sheet. I'll show you how to do that also, so that you have lots to learn in pivot table. It's not just a one-day show. As I said, in pivot table, I can teach you many things in pivot table. Like if you want to know about the name, all the transaction done here, you can just select the transaction of date wise. I can put it in row wise. So here, if I see all the transaction of Dia alone, I want to see, I can just select Dia's transaction. All the transaction of Dia's you can see, either in the filter you can see, like this you can see, or I have another option here. Okay, these things I will be taking up in the next session. Okay, I will be taking up in the next session. You have a pivot table analyzer. Under pivot table analyzer, I can go and give you lots of things in this pivot table analyzer options. In brief, I'll be explaining about this pivot table in our coming classes. Okay, so these things are the data which is being done. Next, I'll tell you one more simple things. Like, let me say you have a data like this, like Ria, S-H-A-R-M-A, Ria Sharma at gmail.com. I have something like this. And Deepak, I'll just give some name. Deepak Vijay at gmail.com. I have some data like this. I have some data like this. Okay, I have a huge data, lots of email address I have. I want to extract only this Ria. Or let me say Ria. Okay, I want to extract Ria dot I have a F name and an L name there. Deepak dot Vijay I have. Something like this. I have a dot. Dot is separated here. So I'd simply type RIYA Ria, enter key, Control E I give. The moment I give Control E, it will fetch all the data. Let me show you some more names so that M-I-L-A-N, Milan, enter key. Let me use that option what I have. So to this, I'll just give some names, just like that I have given at gmail.com. And again, let me say Dia dot James. Again, I'll use this, or maybe for everything, I'll use this only. Gmail.com. I have this. And now I want this data. I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it for this also. I want it. Let me paste for this also. I'll paste it. Mini Sharma. Okay, done. Done. Only this many I'll take. Now you can see what I'm doing. RIYA. I just type Ria. Enter key. Enter key. Control E. E I give. I can fetch all the first names. Control E. CTRL. Control E is the short. E is the flash fill command. I'll tell you where is this menu. See, what did I do? I want to extract all the L name. S-H-A-R-M-A, Sharma. Enter key, Control E. I got all the L names extracted separately. Okay. So here, go to home menu. Under home menu, fill. Under fill, you have flash fill. So shortcut key is Control E. So you may be wondering, shortcut keys, how to go for the shortcut keys. So if I take up the shortcut key, this is the heart key I can see. Alt key is the heart key I can see. Heart key. See, the moment you press Alt, automatically you can see all these highlights. These are the menu. If I want to go to home menu, I can simply say H. If I want to go to insert menu, N. Page layout P. So Alt is the Alt key. Alt. Let me take up one. I want to go to data validation. So what is the shortcut key to go to data validation? Data. So Alt A. The moment I gave A, I have validation. V. Alt A V. V. Here I want data validation. Circle invalid data automatically takes you here. So you need not have to by heart any shortcut key. Alt key you give. You get the menu here. Just see what you want. I want to insert a pivot table. Alt N, insert menu, pivot table V, you have V and then T. So the shortcut key you learned now, the table range, everything you can do. What is the shortcut key? Alt N, V, NVT. Alt NVT is pivot table. ALT, Alt NVT. So instead of by hearting this, see, I'll just say if I want to go to pivot table, what I'll do? Alt NVT automatic, sorry. Alt NVT you give. Alt NVT automatically takes you to the pivot table. Done. This is how you learn your shortcut key. You need not have to by heart anything. So Alt key is the heart key. Let me tell you something here. Shortcut key. V lookup I'll be teaching you in depth. H lookup, horizontal lookup I'll be teaching you in depth. X lookup also I'll be teaching you. In V lookup, we can only look forward. Okay, so if I want to look backward also, there we'll be using index function, match function, I'll be teaching you. Dget function, I'll be teaching you dget function. I'll be teaching you slicer, solver. Slicer is again an advanced way of filtering the data. I'll be teaching you all these things. Let me give you a shortcut key to control, CTRL. Control colon and control semicolon are the shortcut keys to insert your date and time. So when I give this, there are two ways of inserting date and time. Static date and dynamic date. So if I use control colon, this is your key, control colon, control semicolon. You will be using control colon and control semicolon to insert date and time. I want all of you to try this. Control, click on the colon button, control semicolon also. Semicolon means the same button, use your shift key. Use your shift key for colon. If I want colon, you should use shift key, the top key. Colon means this one. Control colon and control semicolon to get date and time. If you want date and time, you'll be using control colon and control semicolon. These two commands. If I want, so this is actually a static date. Static means what? Tomorrow you open the sheet, the same date and time you'll have. But I don't want that. I want a dynamic date. Tomorrow, if I'm opening my sheet, it should update tomorrow's date. So for that, you have now, NOW. Now is you will get date and time. Not tomorrow. Maybe after 10 minutes you open the sheet. The time would have automatically updated. Tomorrow you open, tomorrow's date you will get. So the command now is the command. Also you can use today, TODAY. Today is a built-in method. Enter. So when I say today, you get today's date here. Okay, not just this today's date. If I want yesterday's date, there is no yesterday. But instead, you can say today -1 you can do. You will get yesterday's date. Tomorrow's date you want. You can say today +1 you can add. So in this way, you can add any number of days, any number of, you can convert it into month. Let me calculate your age. Let me calculate the age. Let us see how to calculate the age. So to calculate the age, okay, you need to have some date of birth. Let me see some date of birth I have, 2000. So 8/4/2000 is the date of birth I have. Now to calculate date of birth, dated if. The moment I give dated if, okay, I have to click on the date of birth, comma, I'll be using today's date. Today, open close bracket, comma, I want the format as Y. Y means I want year. What is the total year? So now the age is 23 years. 23 is the age. Now, I'll repeat once again. If I want to calculate the age, this is the date of birth I have. Date of birth. Okay. Based on this date of birth, I have selected 8/12. Dated if is the function. DATEDIF. See, remember, when you type this dated, you will not get a drop down like this. You have date value, but you don't have dated if. Dated if you have to type DATEDIF. Dated if, click on this, comma, okay, today. Today is to get today's date, okay, close the bracket and then press enter key. Okay, you have to give the format. So now I want the year format. Why? I'll give. I want to know how many years. And along with this, you can put an and symbol, give some space, years, Y-E-A-R-S. So when I give this, what happens? 23 years. You will get it as 23 years you have. You'll get 23 years. So here, I want little more advanced. Like, let me say, I want 23 years, how many months, how many days, all that I want. So it's not like, this is the command. This is the only command you have to. I'll repeat once again so that it will be a repetition for you. If I want the days equals dated, D-A-T-E-D, dated F, open the bracket, okay, date of birth, comma, today, comma, the format is Y. And put one and symbol within double quotes, years, Y-E-A-R-S, 23 years. 23 years, I'll leave some space here. Again, I'll use an and symbol. Okay, you need not have to type the entire thing. You can simply copy paste, but just to know, D-A-T-E-D, dated if, open the bracket. Again, just to make you understand, I'm repeating once again. You can simply copy this and you can put here. Today, again, the same formula I'm using, but this time I'm using the formula here. The formula will be among the year, I want the month. Okay, so here I will say MD I'm giving. I'll just show you here. Okay, the format I'll just give the just a moment. YD, YM. Sorry. If I take up the month, there is something wrong here. Okay, let me see this. Dated if, I have given this formula, dated if A12 I have equals today Y. I want this and I have used this within double quotes. This bracket was there. Okay, this bracket I have closed. Okay, dated if. Okay, fine. I think there is some format here. The same formula I'll be copying. I'll be copying the same formula. I'll be using another concatenation here and I will paste it here. So now there was a format here. There is some format there in that cell, so it is not highlighting. So here, the same formula I copied. I just copied the same formula. The entire formula I copied and I pasted it here. After this, again, I'll use one and symbol. I'll paste it here. So dated if is my function. A12 is the date of birth, comma today. Y. Y means I want only the year. Next one I'm giving YM means among the total year, I want the months, the remaining months I wanted. Okay, now I'll say among the remaining month, I want the days, total days. And I want to give a word like days, how many days. So here you have to go with this space before and after so that when you're giving space here, you will get this days here, months. Before and after this month, just give some space. For our reference, you see, here you can see, you will get it like this. 23 years, 5 months. See here, 5 is attached here. That is because 23 months, 5 years. Just leave some space here. When you give some space here, 23 years, 5 months, 23 days. Now, I change the date of birth to 2000, I'll say 2020, 2003, I'll give 5. Okay. When I give 2005, I have 18 years. Only year I have calculated. Here I'm getting 18 years, 5 months, 23 days is the date of birth. Tomorrow you see, automatically it would have changed because I have used the function today. Since I've used the function today here, tomorrow you change, see, next year, next week, automatically the year keeps changing, the age keeps changing here. Okay. So any doubts you have with this date function, sir? It is simple. You have to use dated if, open the bracket, A12. A12 is where I have entered the date of birth, comma, today, as we did. Today is to get today's date. Today's means whatever you have your system date, comma, within double quotes, I have Y. Y means the format. I want only the year. If I want only the year, you just type Y. Only 18 you will get. Along with that, I want a word called years. So I'll put one concat and symbol, and within double quotes, I have given this years. I have given some space here before and after, so that I need some space before and after this number 18. Again, I have put the same formula here, same formula, everything is same, only the format I have changed. Among the total year, I want the rest of the month. So the rest of the month, 18 years, 5 months. So here I'm getting 5 and I want this word called month. So I've put one and symbol. It is not mandatory that you have to give this. If you want to display, you can give. If I have not given, simply 18, 5, 23 you will get. So I need some space here between and after this 5. So I have given this space here. The same formula I have used here and I have given MD. Here MD stands for among the total month, the remaining days I wanted. So, and there I have given and is a concatenation where you get this days. This is how you calculate the age. So age is calculated in this way. Is that clear, sir? How to memorize the formula? I could see one chat menu. Okay, sir.
Can you share all this formula in maybe in a file or Excel file or maybe Word file, whatever you have taught today with the brief explanation?
Yes, sir. I will share this worksheet itself, sir. No issues. Okay.
Not only the worksheet and the brief formula as well as the explanation of the formula.
Yes,
that
sir,
you can cover maybe in the PowerPoint file or maybe Excel or Word file.
Yes,
so that
sure,
public will remember, otherwise we'll all forget.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. I will do it. No issues. I will do it, sir. Since this was a demo class, actually, I wanted to combine both, but still, since we are running short of time, I think I could have covered more what I'll be teaching you. But then, anyway, I just wanted, I'll give you 5 minutes, this one. Just tell me if you have any doubts in any of the topics what we studied now.
Or the member can say whether they want to understand any other subject also, any other topic.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
that
sir,
also
sure.
that also they can indicate here. So you
Yes,
can prepare
sir,
on that
sure,
also.
sir.
You can include those in the further classes.
Yes,
Because there
sir,
was
sure.
one message on the match or index function.
Yeah,
Somebody
I'm teaching
wanted
that.
match and index.
I'm teaching
And then one message was on the macro.
Macro. VBA macro is again a very big chapter. It is a vast chapter which will not be covered in this course. Frankly speaking, in this course session we'll be covering all this, all what I have explained till now. VBA macro is a very vast subject, and there it is when you have some programming knowledge, we can do it. Like again, it is not a 1 or 2 day show. It is again, we need some.
You can cover some basic, otherwise basic of macros.
Yeah, surely.
Basic of macro you can cover maybe for 10-15 minutes. So yeah, that you can include if you want.
Macro I can take, sir. I will be taking macro, but when it comes to VBA macro, also I will show them in the advanced level. I'll show them how to create a VBA macro. But when you are using VBA macro, we can do things, everything in fraction of a second. Okay, financial functions. Okay, are you taking any classes? Please provide number also. Will you be covering making of Excel Power Query? Yes, sir. If you want Power Query, I'll tell you something about Power Query. When I'm taking Power Query, you need not one question. I was about to answer that question, how to memorize all the formula. By using Power Query, but you should be knowing Excel to go to the Power Query. Once you know the Power Query, once you know Excel, you should know what exactly. Just by the button click, okay? You need not have to type. Very less keyboard use. You will be using keyboard only to give your file name or give your certain things. minimum use of your keyboard by using your Power Query. Just by the button click, we can, like, I did a big formula to calculate age now using datative. And I got a question, I got how to remember. Just by a button click, we can calculate the age by using Power Query. Power Query is again a vast subject, as I said. Power BI, in that Power Query, you have stacks, we have DA, we have. And one more thing I'll tell you, here in this advanced level, I'll be teaching you analysis part also. Analysis is what if analysis, goal seek, scenario manager, scenario. In that, I'll be teaching you data table also. What if this is happening? What is going to, that I have not showed, like, I did not explain because we were running short of time. I couldn't show you all the things, but that also I'll be covering all this. I'm just quickly reading the few this one. Edit links for merging two files. Yes, of course. See, when we are fetching the data, I will be teaching how to get the data. Okay, here I will be using this get data. You can fetch the data. When you're fetching the data, I'll tell you how to fetch the data from a CSV file. CSV is comma separated value. How you can fetch a file from the other file. How you can merge the data, I will tell you. Rather than see, if you have thousands of data in one sheet, thousands of data in another sheet, instead of copying and pasting, you can combine. I will tell you how to combine the data. That also will be covered in our further classes. Conditional formatting, I wanted to explain to you now. If just give me 2 minutes, I'll just show you what is conditional formatting. And then that again in depth, I will be explaining. Conditional formatting in depth, I'll be explaining by not just by the for whatever ready-made this one you have, along with the formula. I will be teaching you formulas also, formulas about the formulas. Okay, we'll be giving manually, we'll be giving the formulas, and I'll be teaching about that also. Just give me, I'm just quickly revising the chat window so that I could edit links. Yes, links I'll be teaching you. While merging these files, I'll be teaching you that also. Are you teaching VBA macro? Yes, sir, I'm teaching VBA macro alone, but that again, it's not a 1 or 2 day. VBA macro is again a vast subject. If you are good in programming, we can do it quickly. Otherwise also I'm teaching basics from programming. I'm teaching all the concepts there. VBA macros I'll be teaching. Well, quickly, conditional formatting, as I said, I'll cover it in this class. Let me tell you what is this conditional formatting also. See, in this conditional formatting, I have my data. Let me take up this weekly expense itself. I have here, when you go to home menu, I have conditional formatting. When I click on this conditional formatting, under this, you have lots of options here. Okay, so here you can see, I want to see all the duplicate records. So if I want to see duplicate records here, I want to see if I have made some duplicate entry, I can always look for the duplicate records. Go to highlight cell, duplicate value. The moment I give duplicate here, almost all the things are duplicate. So you can just say duplicate value with what color you can give. Like, let me say, I'll take up only the employee name. I'll go to conditional formatting. Under that, I'll say highlight cells, duplicate values. So all the values are duplicate. Now here I'll type some other name wherein I don't have duplicate. Deepak I have. So since Deepak is not duplicate, Milan is not duplicate, automatically these two are in white color. Let me type KIR because I copied this formula. So Kirti is nothing here. Then I will just write Ira. I'll just give. So these things are, which is in white, are not duplicate. ROSY, Rosie, these are not duplicate. Rima, I'll repeat once again. Just select the data, go to conditional formatting, highlight cells, under highlight cells, duplicate all the values. Duplicate, highlight it with what color? Yellow color. Highlight it with what color you want, you can give the color. Or you can give your own color, go to custom format, go to fill option, you can set your own color. So when I see highlight with all this yellow, all the duplicate value. I want the other way. I want to highlight the unique value. Select unique. All uniques, I want to give some other color. So all uniques will be given some color. This will be given some color. I'll cancel. I'll come out of this. I want to remove the condition. I can always go to this clear rule. Clear all the rules from this. That is to clear the condition. Under this, see, I want to highlight all those who are getting greater than 2000. Greater than 2000, I want to see. Conditional formatting, highlight greater than 2000. So I'll say greater than 2000. All those who are getting greater than 2000 is only one employee, and you want to highlight it what color you want, you can see. Less than, I'll just say less than 1000. All those who are getting less than 1000, I want to highlight it some color. I'll just give green color. Less than 1000, I want to highlight. Just select the data, go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules. Less than, you should select less than, and then I'll say 1000. Less than 1000, all less than 1000 is being selected. Less than
Achha, madam,
1000.
suppose I have a one more column.
Yes, sir.
Can you copy the one more same data here, amount wala? I just
Yes.
copy this data in the next column.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I want to copy the formatting. How to do it? Because when I do it, some reference problem come.
Yes, sir. You want to?
No, I want to copy the formatting of D column in the E column. What is the best way to do it? I want to copy the formatting rule of the D in column E. Then what is the procedure?
Sir, you have this. As I said, like earlier, I told you when we were doing some formulas, like I wanted this format, whatever format I have, I want to copy to another page.
Yeah.
You can just say, when you say copy and when you say paste, you will just, the data will be pasted as it is a formula or whatever it is. If you want to do some formatting part, paste special you have. Paste special. Special is to special. Whatever you want, you can special. See, when I say paste special, this again I'll be covering, sir. This is again got a very good.
No, you are not getting my point. What I'm trying to say is I have used a formula in D to highlight all the values which are above 3000, assuming. Correct?
Yes, sir.
In the column number D. The formula is all the values which are above 1500 are highlighted, or less than 1500 are highlighted. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now in the E column, I want to use the same formatting, but instead of 1500, I will say 1000. So how to copy the formatting rule instead of typing again all the rule?
That's what, sir. Sir, we have a conditional formatting, sir. Conditional formatting with formula we have.
Yeah.
When we give formulas, we using formulas, I will be teaching conditional formatting. Here, in this conditional formatting, here by default, only these things we can use, like greater than, less than, between, equals, text that contains and all that. But apart from that, we have many things like top 10 items, bottom 10 items, all that you have. Apart from that, you have a new concept called new formula, new rule. When I take up new rule, under this, you have some option, use formula. So here you can give the formula, sir. What you want, what formula you want to give. That again, if I'm taking up this formula, I should have just explained to you about some if conditions. In the if condition, I will tell you about this if conditions. If you are okay to attend the class for some more time, maybe I can take up this if conditions, sir.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
If conditions, I can explain. Under if conditions, if or I can explain, if and I can explain. If I want to form some formats, I want to copy just the format, you can just say format copy. This is the format. If I want to copy it here, all the formats, whatever you have, you can apply to this particular text. Like for example, I want to copy this format. Here, you can copy the formats, whatever formats you have. Whether you want, like, I have something like formulas you want to copy, that formulas again, I'll tell you, sir, how to do it when we take up this one. Anything else, sir? Anything else? Any other doubts here?
Okay.
Can you please tell us increasing from then green? Can you please tell if the row 2 is increasing? That is what row 2 is increasing from 1, then green, else red. This should be done for all the rows, all of the 15 rows. Yes, sir. That can be done by using this. See here in this, if I take up, let me clear this rule here. To clear this rule, I have clear rules. See here, if you want it in different colors, color color, here in this conditional formatting itself, you have color scales here. When I take up color scales, each one has got different colors. So here it goes like this. green, yellow, red color scaling. So it is green when I say green, yellow, red, or you can select the format. What color you want, you can select from here. The highest value will be in this color. So now when I say green is the highest value. So the green is again little fading, 2000. This is again the second highest. So all greens are in the average, like 3000, 2000, 2000. Then again the changes, it is medium, intermediate, all these three values it is changing. Here, if I take up this icon set, you can see here, this green is the top value. So you can take up this green up arrow is the top value here. Then again, this is the intermediate, middle value. This arrow you're getting, this right side arrow, middle value. And this is the below value, below average. This conditional formatting, again, I need some 15-20 minutes to explain all these concepts here one by one. Here you have different formulas here. You can use between, equal to, text that contains date occurring, duplicate. Under that you have data bars. You can use all the solid fills, gradient fills, color scaling. Here I can explain icon sets. You can show it in terms of ratings, full rating, 3-star rating, 5-star ratings. You can do all these options. I will be explaining when I'm taking up the next. Actually, I wanted to cover this. We were like, we were doing other formulas. So maybe we just, this one, we just, I was planning to cover the conditional formatting, entire thing, including the formulas. But then anyway, let me see one more chat message. Can you please tell what you wanted to know, sir? Conditional formatting with conditions? Anything else, sir? Any other doubts you wanted to know?
Okay. So the members, you can have any doubt or any question. Achha, next class you are taking on the Sunday evening, na?
Yes, sir. Sunday evening, sir.
Sunday evening, because you are not there on Sunday morning, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
Sunday evening we will take from 7 to 10 or 6
Yes,
to 9.
sir.
7 to
Anything
10.
is fine, sir. Anything is fine, sir. No problem.
Okay. So those who are willing to join for the full course, then they have to make that payment of the 1,999, and then you will be included in that group, and then all the recordings, all the formulas, everything will be shared to you, including today's recording. So that you can make the payment and then you will be included there. And then we have 4 classes. Achha, in case anybody has a doubt, then he can raise the question in the group, because I made a special group for you. Correct? Malathi ji?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if anybody has any doubt on any of the Excel
Yes,
files.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely no problem, sir. My number is being shared. My number is there. WhatsApp number is there. So always you can share any doubts, any topic you can always share. And I'll plan and we'll take
We have made a group now. We made a special group. In that group, also they can raise the query. So
Okay,
that others also come to know that this is the issue, and then they will come to know rather than having one-to-one.
Yes,
so
sir.
that
Yes,
thing
sir.
also can be done.
And I request all of you to share the valuable feedback. Okay, any suggestion, feedbacks in the group, so that those who have missed the class, missed today's demo, should at least know how it was. Like, I want a honest feedback, and if I could get 1 or 2, unmute, and I'll be very happy to know anything. Anything is fine, sir. Positive.
Anybody want to say anything? Any comment or anything or any suggestion?
It's a fantastic program.
Good.
Very, we are amazed to see so many functions in Excel.
Yeah. Only thing, she was going too fast today. So unless you know the Excel, it will be very difficult for the member to understand what all she was talking.
I heard that
she was too fast. I know.
I was told that most of them were aware of Excel. That is one reason.
No, but we are aware of the Excel, but the functions, unless we work ourselves, we will not be comfortable. So we have to try those formula.
Yes,
whatever you explained, we were not aware that these are the possibilities are available. Okay? But then we have to try it. Just by seeing or just by watching it will not be possible. It will not be easy.
Next week, I'll give you lots of time. We'll have it hands-on, because if I just gave an overview, or not just, I did not complete, sir. In the 3 hours, I did not complete. I have more. I have lots of stuff, like wherein you can save lots of time. Yeah.
And how, when you are doing this corporate training in BPCL or in that ISRO, how much time you take for this course?
Sir, from 2 full days, sir, from morning 8 o'clock till 9 to 10, sir, 9 to 5, sir. 2 full day I take, and it is going to be an hands-on training. So what I normally do is, I just give the worksheet. First worksheet I'll make them do, sir, and I'll make them work on that sheet. And the second day I'll make them come with their own sheet and work on that. That's how it's happening, sir. 2 full day without any, just 30 minutes of lunch break and 5 minutes of a tea break. Honestly speaking, ISRO employees, young scientists and engineers, they come with the coffee and the tea snacks, and they sit and they say, continue, madam. We are ready to listen. They don't want the tea break also.
Okay. So you cover this all in 2 days, so which is almost equivalent to 4 days, no? Almost equivalent to what the 4 sessions you are taking, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am covering this, and since they are all into the intermediate and advanced, they know few things in Excel, so it's easy for them. Within 2 days, I'm covering all this, sir.
Okay, good.
2
Very
full
good.
days, sir.
Very good. Fantastic.
Dr.
I find it
V.
really useful. Even I'm very, very good in Excel, but a lot of functions I was not knowing. I was not knowing all these functions.
Dr. Narayan, Dr. Narayan, ISRO scientist, he's the director of ISRO. He, for the inauguration function, he comes and he always regrets. I wish I was one among this. I wanted to attend, but I don't have to spare 2 full day. I don't have time to spare. So always
That is the reason we conduct only on Sunday. Sunday we all have a time. No problem.
Yes,
Monday to Friday we don't have a time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Monday to Friday we all are busy in the trading.
Yes.
Right.
I want
Good.
some more feedback, sir. In this session, you can unmute at least. Let me.
Excellent session, madam. Excellent session, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that when the session was very informative and useful. It was a good refresher for the functions which I was using earlier in my working life. So that's why it was easier to grasp the things you taught. But it was very good effort to include so many concepts in such a small session and in such a lucid manner that everybody can understand is very easily. So thank you. It was a commendable effort.
Thank you. Thank you. Good.
I want the comments in that WhatsApp group also.
Yeah, sure.
You can give your small feedback in the group so that I can share with all the members.
Yes,
on this. So that will be very helpful to her. So that at least we can do. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just for the improvement also, any improvement, as I said, like suggestions also can be added. I was fast, I accept that I was fast because I wanted to cover maximum commands and not just that I wanted to show all magics. So many magics are there in Excel. Excel is not what Excel is. It's Excel, beyond Excel.
Yeah, like I mentioned, power queries. I mean,
yes, sir.
In the profession in which we are, like stock market and this, we are required to grab a lot of live data from different websites and all that. So that Power Query functions is going to be very useful for us. So if you can include that in detail and we are able to do that on our own, that will be very helpful.
Power Query in detail, honestly speaking, sir, Power Query in detail for this 4 session, I will try, sir, maximum. But then because this 4th session itself, I've got lots to do.
In the fourth session, you can do as per your plan. But for Power Query, if you can make another session because that will be specific to people those who need that Power Query because that will be a advanced form of using this Excel.
Okay, sir. Yeah, yeah.
And
Sure,
that
sure. That I can do. Otherwise,
Can you
it
just
will
tell
be
the
like
basic
today's-
of Power Query? Well, how it is done and what is it all? Because I never used it. What is Power Query?
Yeah. So Power Query, sir, now we are clicking the mouse, like we are typing equals some data diff. Example, let me take up date. I want to calculate age. So I said equals data diff and open the bracket, A2, this, that, and all I had given. So instead of that, I have a data just by the button click. Just by the button click, you can just go to Power Query. When I click on that, Power Query window, a separate window opens. Okay, it just opens a separate window. And there in that, we can just do all the formats. Like I need not have to remember uppercase, lowercase, trim function, all these things I need not have to remember. Everything is user friendly. Everything is displayed there. Just click on the button, just a button click. Once you click the button, automatically it is done. You have to load and bring it. So in general, if I say Power Query, it is a ETL tool, I can say. ETL is extracting, transforming, and loading. So you extract the data, you transform the data in what way you want, and you load it back into your Excel. This is your Power Query in general. If you want, I think it's already 1 o'clock. Otherwise, I can show you that there also.
I got it.
Extract, transform, and load.
Okay, good.
We'll deal that, sir, next class. Any other suggestions, sir?
Madam, this is Anand here. Can you also cover text to column?
Yes, sir, sure, sir. Sure, sir. That was again one more topic here. Text to column, it is very simple, sir. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll just share the screen and I'll show you right now. Text to columns is also covered there. And like, I'm just sharing the screen here. Let me open a new sheet here. I have typed like this: name, designation, salary, DA, TA, HRA, PF. Okay, I have done with this. I have just typed this column. Just like that, I have given all this in one go, in one cell. All this is in A1. Okay, but then I don't want this. I want these things in different cells. So in the data menu, text to columns. The moment I give text to columns, you have all this data. Okay, there is no delimiter. If you have any delimiter, you have to click on delimiter. Delimiter is nothing but the space. Here, the delimiter is a space. Sometimes the data you get it in terms of comma. So the delimiter will be comma. Now I've just given next year. The moment I give next year, you can see the lines here. Okay, and then I'll finish next year. Here it is in general. I have selected next and then I've finished. So automatically all the data which I had typed in one single cell, you get this in different cells here. So text to columns. So if I have data in CSV form, comma separated value, or some hash has been hash symbol or comma symbol or dollar symbol, something has been displayed there, all that you can split by using your text. Even the date and year, you have the date, you have 09/07/2023 you have. If I want to split the date, month and year also, that also can be done, sir.
Okay.
That also can be done, sir. That is about your text to columns. This again, sir, in the menu, all what is there in the menu, I'll be explaining. Apart from that, there are lots of hidden commands. And apart from that, the works which I had showed, those things and lots of tricks I'll be teaching you in Excel. You can save lots of time, sir.
You have any manual also prepared? Any training manual?
Not manual, sir. Just like that, I take classes like this, sir. Today's class, what I take will not be the tomorrow's class, but I'll be covering all the concepts. It's in that way.
Normally corporate, they insist for some handouts now. So
yes,
maybe
sir,
some.
Yes, sir.
So
worksheet. I give them the worked worksheet, sir.
Okay.
Worked worksheet is the sheet where they have all the formulas, and in between I might have made some text. I'll make it for them because all what I'm explaining, I take up that sheet and I will write some steps.
Okay. Yeah.
And the worked worksheet which has got the formula.
So that you can share in the group. That you can share in the FFE group, that Excel group.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'll do it, sir.
Okay.
I'll do it, sir.
Okay, good.
I need just give me from 2 hours time. I'll just edit this sheets and I'll send it to you, sir.
Okay, good.
Any other suggestions?
Okay then. Thank you very much. Thanks all the members for this class.
Thanks.
And those who are interested, please make the payment and then you can attend all the future classes. Okay, the next class will be on Sunday evening, not Sunday morning, because she is not available in the morning. So we'll have a program from 7 to 10. And then thereafter, the next 2 Sundays will be the usual morning time of day. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you then. Thanks to all. And I'll be sharing this recording to the members. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.